are about to be presented here at Regal Field, and the sun is slowly going to bed on the west side.
So Jeff Rudolph's going to do a prayer, so we'll be quiet while we have the prayer, the Sportsman Pledge, and the national anthem.
Lord our God, we thank you for this day and for the opportunity to participate in this athletic event. Be with the athletes and coaches. Help them to do their best as individuals and as team players. Keep everyone safe from injury. As representatives of our respective schools, help us to demonstrate good sportsmanship, fair play, and respect for others. Bless and protect all those who have traveled here today. Grant them a safe trip home. May we always rejoice in the realization of your presence with us at every moment. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Now I draw your attention to midfield and members of American Legion Post 17. They are Joe Maddox, Dave Crowley, and Palmer Holden. Now please remove your caps for the singing of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, there's our prayer and our national anthem. Talked a little bit about the Indians offensively, Ed. Now shifting over to the Regal side of the football. Of course, they're led by senior signal caller Ashton Cook. Got 547 yards passing on the season, 5 touchdowns to only 1 interception. His main threat on the outside course, senior Alec Wick. Great wide receiver, shifty guy, great hands. I have a feeling the Indians are going to key on him on the defensive side tonight.
Well, when you look at the film, you see a lot. You see a lot on him, and it's one of those things where if they're going to key on Wick, what are some open receivers that we're going to have, and will there be a running game? Theo just ran all over North Cedar last week, and that's Theo Coley, and everybody saw that coming. But the Quinlan kid is the one to watch, I think, tonight. Will they put him out a little bit and then make him a receiver? Will he find himself into the running game? Thus far this year, Quinlan hasn't done as much on the running side, been a lot on special teams and a little bit on the wide receiver. I definitely think Regina wants to come out and start the run game with Theo and establish that right away. You do the run and set up the run and get to the pass. So I think in time we'll get to the pass.
Well, and I was kind of watching that film against Mediapolis. Mediapolis didn't throw the football a whole heck of a lot, but Wapello was really cheating their backers up 1 to 2 steps before every snap, really getting a lot of guys in the box. So Regals are going to have to mix it up tonight with the pass and the run to keep them off, keep those backers more true to playing the receivers that come out of the backfield. So if they keep cheating up, I think the middle of the field might be open. You might see some slants that are able to maybe expose the middle of the field. We got about 6 minutes and 50 seconds here before we start football. Since this is a simulcast tonight, we're going to have dual sponsorship reads. So let's go ahead and get through these before we get going on the game here. I think maybe I'll do the RegalCast sponsors. How about I hand you the Wapello Cast sponsors, and I'll do the RegalCast sponsors here first. So here's our RegalCast sponsors for the football and volleyball season. Make sure you're out and about. Say thank you to all these sponsors, and thank you to Danny Davis back home at Sportscast Media in the home office and all of our board operators tonight. Your RegalCast sponsors are Bankers Advertising and True Art. They're proud to sponsor the RegalCast and all Regina athletes. For printing and promotional advertising, contact Bob Squires at Bankers Advertising and True Art. Go Regals. Chris Shooter-Lehman with Coldwell Banker Real Estate Professionals is here for all of your real estate needs in Iowa City and surrounding area. LKR Realtors are proud to support the RegalCast. Let LKR Realtors open doors for you and your family. Wishing the best of luck to Regina and proud to support the athletes and students. OBGYN Associates and Radiance Medical Spa. As a well-known supporter of Regina, Dr. Diane Adam is proud to sponsor the RegalCast. Stop by her office in Coralville for a free consultation. The Jill Armstrong Realty Team would like you to say they are proud to sponsor Regina and this RegalCast. The Jill Armstrong team will treat you like family, making your priorities theirs. J&S Express is now your new BP station selling BP products. J&S Express is conveniently located right across from Regina, so you can stop in before or after the game. Towncrest Pharmacy cares more about your care. Located in Iowa City and Solon, Towncrest Pharmacy is proud to sponsor the broadcast. Best of luck to the girls and boys this season. Hertine and Stocker Jewelers has been your local jewelry store since 1947. They can help you find that special ring for that special moment. Located in the Pet Mall in downtown Iowa City. Sinclair, heading out of town for the big Regina game? Don't forget to gas up and get some great road trip snacks at Sinclair in Iowa City.
All right, you guys are set. Ready to roll. I'm going to go watch the game.
Athletes, Regal Nation, and this RegalCast. For quality that exceeds their customers' expectation, contact Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning. Midtown Family Restaurant offers a family atmosphere and the best food around. Whether it's a big or small party, Midtown Family Restaurant can accommodate your next party. ND Express is your stop for snacks before or after the big game. North Dodge Sinclair and Express are proud to support the RegalCast. Beaver Heating and Air reminds you to leave it to Beaver. When you're in need of heating and air, call Beaver Heating and Air for your next project. The Regina Athletic Boosters invite you to become a member of the team. Contact Sean Beard and get involved in supporting Regina Athletics. JJ Nichting is the preferred farm equipment dealership in the tri-state area. They offer experience, service, part inventory, and long-term commitment. See them in West Liberty, Tipton, Pilot Grove, Mount Pleasant, and Sigourney. And finally, Iowa City Brake handles more than just brakes. Need your oil changed? How about a mechanical or electrical automobile problem fixed? Let Iowa City Brake diagnose your automobile and get it back on the road, running like a Regal. Those are your RegalCast sponsors, and now the Indian Cast sponsors.
And the Indian Cast sponsors are State Bank of Wapello, reminding you to contact them for your next loan. Check out their many services and special offers on checking and savings account. More plumbing and HVAC in Wapello. Wishing the Indians and the Arrows the best this season. We also want to remind you to call them for the next residential or commercial project. Community Bank in Wapello knows your children are an important part of the community and that you are what makes the community special. That's why Community Bank puts people first. Ernest Insurance Agency is your hometown insurance agency offering vehicle, health, farm, property, crop, and auto insurance. Contact Ernest Insurance Agency for your next quote. The Wapello Athletic Booster Club wants you a part of their team. Become a booster member and find out how fun and rewarding it is to be a booster. Loiza Communication is your telephone company and a whole lot more. They provide internet, long distance, and wireless services. Julie Rossiter Realty and Associates of Wapello. Boutique-style real estate company working with the customer in mind. Check out their Facebook page for your next dream home. And lastly, the find out how fun and rewarding it is to be a booster. Loiza Communication is your telephone company and a whole lot more. They provide internet, long distance, and left to go before the kickoff of this ball game. Beautiful night here in Iowa City. The sun is setting to the west. We've got an ample crowd, appropriately spaced out. Athletes are getting ready. The officials are in the middle of the field, and quite frankly, Chad, I think we're ready for a ball game.
Beautiful night for football here. A little bit of a breeze looks like coming out of the north, so that'll be coming from right to left across your computer screen. So be helping a little bit when the teams are going right to left and hurting a little bit from left to right. We do have one email already in tonight. The Udells from Sioux City say, go Regals. So thanks for tuning in to the RegalCast tonight, Udells. And don't forget, if you want to shout out on the air, go ahead and email us. Go to the RegalCast.com, and there's an email button there. Let us know where you're listening in from. We'll get your name on the air. Always like to see all the different places where people are listening in from. So getting ready to start this ball game in about a minute 13. The Wapello Indians come out tonight. They're in their home white uniforms. They got blue numbers that look like they're trimmed at the light gold. They've got royal blue pants with a yellow stripe down the leg. And they've got royal blue helmets. And I can't tell from here what's the actual sticker on their helmet. I don't know if it's a W for Wapello or if it's some kind of Indian or what it is. But the Regals come out in their home Navy uniforms. Gold numbers trimmed in white. They've got the Navy pants with the R cross on the right leg, on the left leg actually. They've got their number on the left-hand side of the dark matte navy blue helmets, along with the Coach D emblem that kind of resembles the R cross on the right side this year, Ed, but it's a D honoring Coach DeMarco, who passed away from COVID-19 earlier this year.
And we miss him, no question about it. It's obviously quite an opportunity to get to honor him here in this venue.
Congratulations.
So it looks like the Regals have won the toss, and they've decided to defer, so it'll be the Wapello Indians getting the ball first. Number 42, Andrew Denninger, will be kicking off for the Regals. Back deep for the Indians. Looks like number 10, junior Jordan Paris, along with number 2, their running back, sophomore Jake Gustafson. Getting ready to get the clock set here. Refs are waiting, and now the clock's set for 12. We get the signal to go, and we're ready for football in Iowa City. The ball's pooch kicked to about the 20-yard line, far side of the field. That's taken by Paris. Paris gets up through the middle, gains about 10, 12 yards before he's brought down right about the own 30-yard line of the Indians.
Yeah, I'm struck by the size of Wapello. They've got a good-sized ball club, and Regals did a nice job staying in their lanes despite the good return. 1st and 10 on the 30.
So Parsons will lead the Indians out. They'll huddle back here. They'll have the ball. 1st down and 10, their own 30-yard line. They're going left to right to start the game on your computer screen. The ball's going to be on the far hash mark. 2 receivers to the far side, to the near side of the field. 1 receiver to the left, 2 backs in the backfield, shotgun formation. Parsons does a little swing pass out to Gustafson, right-hand side. Tough pass behind him. He does bring it in. He'll get it out for about a yard gain. Good job by Gustafson there. Pass was a little bit behind him, still kept his feet and got a positive yards.
Yeah, he juked Aitchison just a little bit and gained about 3 extra yards. Aitchison came up with a little bit of error there on that one, but he'll get the next one.
2nd down 9 for the Indians. 11:28 left to go here, first quarter. Ball now on the near hash mark. Indians send 2 receivers out to the left-hand side. Parsons again in shotgun formation. 1 back right in front of him, 1 straight behind him. They're going to hand it to Gustafson. Gustafson's got some, we got a penalty here. Gustafson had some running room off left tackle, but there was a whistle blown actually before the play even started. So it's got to be some kind of illegal motion or illegal shift, I'm guessing.
I'm going to guess it's an illegal shift. I didn't see anything.
I didn't either. Refs kind of getting together here. They're going to call a dead ball offsides call against Regina. So they must have penetrated the neutral zone, which drew the whistle before the snap right there. Good thing, because Gustafson had some running room off the left-hand side. Good job by sealing on the left tackle right there.
Yeah, we got a nice little glimpse of the running back, Gustafson. My goodness, he's got some moves. Again, he's only a sophomore, Chad.
Yeah, he is. He looks really good. He's got really good vision, and once he hits the hole, he hits it hard. So 2nd down 4 here for the Indians. Ball at the 36. Again, Gustafson straight up the missile. Makes 1 guy miss. Marks mix. He gets to the outside. He's got running room down the sideline all the way into Regal territory, down to about the 38-yard line before Sam Aitchison can make the tackle. Gustafson, nice stiff arm right there on Jackson Marks and got to the outside.
Yeah, Marks had him right there, and then all of a sudden he got going. This youngster's got a motor. There's no question. Jersey number 2, sophomore, 5'10", 165. They've also got him in the linebacker position on defense. So far, so good on his end.
We could see a track meet tonight with a lot of scoring going on. They come out 1 receiver each side. Again, those 2 backs in the backfield, strong line. They hand it to Gustafson up the middle. This time there's no sledding right there. He runs in to, I believe it was Danny Gavin that hit him first, number 32 for the Regals.
Yeah, sophomore Danny Gavin's really stepped up the last few weeks on defense. As we get into that 4-4, he's been around and been really kind of elevating his play. Nice to see that.
Your starting line for the Regals tonight, Aiden Udell, Josh Gaffey, and Andy Weiss. your backers, Danny, Gavin, Jackson, Marks, Blake Shambles out there, Levi Quinlan, Jack Tierney, Sam Aitchison, and Alec Wick in the backfield. They come out, quick snap here. It's going to be a pitch to Gustafson, left-hand side. He tries to bounce it outside. Really good tackle by Alec Wick in the backfield. Brings down Gustafson for a loss of about 3 yards.
Yeah, Evan Ross had the defender blocked, and then all of a sudden he got shed, and then that was what led to the tackle. Ross sustains that block a little longer, and he might have been for additional yardage.
Ross had him. If Gustafson might have cut that inside, I think he would have had more yards there. But like you said, Wick shedded the block right there and was able to make a tackle. 3rd down, 12. Ball on the Regal 40-yard line here for the Indians. 9:38 left to go, first quarter, no score. Indians bring 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right, 1 back in the backfield. That's Marks. He goes in motion. Ross, I mean, they try a little screen pass, is picked off. Intercepted by number 77, Josh Gaffey. The big junior lineman steps up, gets the interception. I talked about this early in the game. They like to set up screens, like these little dump passes out of the backfield. Right there, they tried to get Ross in motion and set up a little screen pass in the middle, and Gaffey was there to pick it off.
Yeah, I threw it right to him. I mean, it's something they'd obviously picked up on film, and he set up nicely for the screen. It just went right to the defender.
So the Regals take over, ball on their own 45-yard line. 1st down, 10, 9:24 left to go, first quarter. Regals send trips to the right-hand side, 2 receivers to the left. Empty backfield for senior Ashton Cook, who's in the shotgun formation. He looks over the defense, 4-3 defense here for the Indians. He puts 1 man in motion, that's Alec Wick. Wick is going to get the handoff. He's going to try a pass. He's got a receiver way down the field. Oh, he just overthrows Danny Maloney at the 25-yard line. Danny kind of short on that one a little bit. If he would have laid out, he might have had it. But I think Wick was expecting to run more of a post, and he ran more of a fly right there.
I think Marv's getting into his Hayden Fry. He might have a little bit of Hayden Fry in him early in this ball game. But to start a play with it's an exotic as the first play from scrimmage, that's Marv getting into the Fry playbook.
2nd down, 10 for the Regals. 2 receivers right, 2 out to the left. Theo Coley to the right side of Cook, shotgun formation. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it to Coley. Coley straight up the middle. Got a little running room before he gets brought down there. I thought he was going to have a gap right there, but he was brought down by number 44, senior Caden Thomas. Good tackle from the backside.
Yeah, nice job by the Wapello linebacker. I marvel at the size of this Wapello line. They've got some big people movers on that defensive line. They'll be interested to see how we hold up.
Taking up some space. 3rd down and 2 for the Regals. 2 receivers both sides. Fake to Coley. Quick pass out to Alec Wick. He's got a nice little move. He's got it across the 40. He fumbles the football, but luckily for Alec Wick, it takes 1 bounce right back up into his hands, and he recovers it at the Indian 35-yard line.
Yeah, very lucky bounce for Alec Wick. He had 3 defenders around him, and the ball just kind of popped out onto the beautiful turf here in Iowa City.
Field looks fantastic, Ed. I mean, it's beautiful shortcut grass. It's a fast track. Got the R-cross right here at the 50-yard line near side. Regals go trips to the right-hand side. 1 receiver to the left. Coley in the backfield again with Cook. Looking blitz here for the Indians. They try to bring it. They get it to Coley. He comes off the left tackle. Nothing there. And he gets eaten up right there by number 66, Rhett Smith. Caden Thomas did a really good job setting the edge right there for the Indians. Coley couldn't get it outside. Had to cut back inside and couldn't make it.
Yeah, good job out of Caden Thomas for not completely over-pursuing. Again, these backers are going to be something we're going to have to contend with the whole game. A big defensive line for Wapello, and also some very active backers early in this contest.
Caden Thomas playing that right defensive end position, 6'5", 195. Really good athlete. He's fast on the move. Trips to the right, 1 receiver left. They try to pass it out, a little screen pass out to Levi Quinlan. He's got some running room. He breaks the edge on the right-hand side, far side, all the way down to about the 21, 22-yard line of the Indians. Right there, that was all Levi Quinlan after the catch.
Yeah, we said at the top of the broadcast, Quinlan is definitely one we're going to watch tonight. You know, he's kind of got a slow start to the season on non-special teams, and I'd really like to see him, Chad, get into this offense, especially on a night like tonight.
1st down, 10 for Regina. Ball at the 22-yard line of the Indians. On the far hash mark. Regals come out, 2 receivers, both sides. Coley in the backfield. They send Wick in motion again, left to right across the line. They're going to hand it to Coley. Coley straight up the middle. He's got a seam. And Theo Coley for the 22-yard touchdown, Regina.
Wow, just right up the middle, ladies and gentlemen. Theo Coley right up the middle, coming off of a 4-touchdown ball game over at North Cedar.
I tell you what, Theo Coley has straight line speed. Sometimes he gets bogged down trying to cut to the edge. stops the feet a little time if he gets hit. But if he gets a seam and gets going, he is dynamite. So Regal's on the board first with 7:42 left to go in the first quarter. We're going to have, it looks like Alec Witt coming out here to attempt the extra point. They forgot the tee, so Ashton Cook goes back to grab that. We're going to have the extra point attempt here. So the big INT by Josh Gaffey leads to Regal points here on their first possession. Kick is up by Alec Witt, and it is good. So with 7:42 left to go in the first quarter, Regina leads 7-0. Good job of mixing the run and pass in that first drive, Ed.
Well, they stretched the Regina offense stretched out a little bit. They start off with an exotic, and then they stretch out sideline to sideline, trying to get a little bit of space. But, you know, it's ironic that the touchdown comes on a straight up the middle dive by Theo Coley. It'll be interesting to see if they tighten up their line splits on the next series for Wapello.
So 22-yard touchdown run by Theo Coley gives Regina the lead here with 7:42 left to go in the first quarter. Really good job by Regina right there. Indians come out, moving the ball in the first couple of plays of that possession. Then big turnover right there by Josh Gaffey turns into point for Regina.
And then certainly on behalf of our Regina folks, give some consideration to donation to regina.org, making a donation directly to the Booster Club, helping to make for the lost gate we've seen during COVID, and then also keep this live stream working. We've got the RegalCast. We've also got the Regal YouTube channel. I appreciate all those. We also appreciate our friends from Wapello as well on this simulcast.
For sure. Anybody listening tonight, don't forget to go to the RegalCast.com. Shout out. Let us know where you're listening from. Denninger puts the ball in play. Again, a kick to the 20-yard line. That's caught right there by Ross. Ross hits the seam, gets the ball all the way out to the 41-yard line. Good return right there by number 14, Evan Ross. He got the ball out to the edge quickly, and he's pretty quick too, it looks like.
Yeah, tackled by Maloney on the return. We're going to have to keep an eye on that youngster at 44.
So here we go. First down and 10 for the Indians. Ball at their own 41-yard line, 7:38 to go first quarter. They send trips out to the left-hand side. Ross in the backfield to the left-hand side of Parsons in shotgun formation. I wouldn't watch the tight end here to the right. Nope, they're going to hand it right off to Ross. He hits the seam on the right side, breaks a tackle. He's across midfield all the way down to the 32-yard line. I tell you what, Regina's going to have to wrap up tonight because these backs are strong, and if they hit the edge, they are quick.
Yeah, they get out of their splits fast from a line perspective, and then the athletes get moving. I'm impressed so far.
So ball down to the Regina 32-yard line. As I talked about a little earlier, we could have a track meet tonight, a high-scoring ball game. Both offenses clicking out of the gate here. Indians send two receivers to the left. Tight end to the right-hand side. That's number 44, Caden Thomas. Gustafson in the backfield behind Parsons. He'll take the snap. He's going to turn around, hand it to Gustafson. Gustafson off right tackle. Nothing there this time. Hit by Jackson Marks first, and then a whole host of Regals eat him up.
Yeah, the one thing to keep in mind is Aiden Udell has a different jersey number this week. It's number 79. Last week I think he was 62, and then earlier in the season he was 22. He's a terrific junior defender for the Regals. A terrific athlete all around, but again, he's wearing 79 at that left end position in the 4-4.
Tate Parsons goes over the sideline, get the play from his coach, Parsons. Going to be second down and 10 here for the Indians. They send two receivers right, two receivers left. Gustafson left-hand hip pocket of Parsons this time, shotgun formation. They hand it to Gustafson off right tackle once again. Not a lot of sledding there. Tackle made by Carter Rios and Blake Shambles. Carter Rios getting some early action tonight. Had a really good game against North Cedar in the second half. Got him some playing time here in the first half against the Indians.
Yeah, good for Carter. It's good to see that. That Rhett Smith for Wapello, the senior 6'3", 255-pound lineman, he created a little bit of a hole there. It'll be interesting to watch him throughout the game. Mark Cook talked about him before the game. Somebody to watch.
Regals bring in the nickel formation as Ashton Cook comes in here on third down and 7. Ball at the 29-yard line, 5:54 left to go. Two receivers right, two receivers left. Ross in the backfield. They send a man in motion. They're going to fake it to him, give it to Ross off right tackle. Good job there by Andy Weiss, pulling Ross down from the backhand side after about a 1-yard gain.
You know, with Nick Wagner being out of the lineup, as well as Jack Keller being away from the team, this is certainly Weiss's opportunity to shine.
So it's going to be 4th down and 5, ball at the 27. It looks like Parsons coming over. They're thinking about going for it here, which makes sense to me. 4th and 5, long field goal. Otherwise, they turn it over, and it's not real good field for position for Regina. So Parsons going to come out. 4th down and 5, ball at the 27. Going left to right on your computer.
I don't think you're going to see a screen here.
They come out, 3 receivers left. 1 receiver to the right. The right receiver is Belzer. 1 back is Ross in the backfield. They fake it to him. They try to pass out to Gustafson. Ball thrown too high. Incomplete. Turnover on downs for the Indians.
Yeah, that was kind of surprising.
I'm surprised they didn't do more of a diamond formation out there. Have 2 lead blockers if you're going to do a quick pack out to Gustafson. That was kind of a strung out formation. They tried to get a pass to him, having him come back towards the line, and just didn't happen. So we're going to have our break here for COVID-19 restrictions and cleansing everybody up. So let's go ahead and run down those RegalCast sponsors again. They're Banker Advertising and True Art, Chris Shooter-Lehman, LKR Realtors, OBGYN Associates and Radiance Medical Spa, the Jill Armstrong Realty Team, JNS Express, Towncrest Pharmacy, Hertine and Stocker Jewelers, Sinclair, Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning, Midtown Family Restaurant, North Dodge Express, Beaver Heating and Air, the Regina Athletic Boosters, JJ Nichting, and Iowa City Break. How about the Indian sponsors there, Ed?
You bet. Indian sponsors and the Indian Cast. State Bank of Wapello, Moore Plumbing, HVAC in Wapello, Community Bank in Wapello, Ernest Insurance Agency, the Wapello Athletic Booster Club, Loiza Communications, Julie Rosser Realtor and Associates of Wapello, and the Wapello Nursing and Rehab Center. 5:01 left in the first quarter here in Iowa City. Regina's up 7-0 on a running touchdown by Theo Coley. And we're in our COVID break here, as outlined by the Iowa High School Athletic Association. Again, we've been very blessed here in Iowa City to be able to have our games thus far without outbreak. I did know that they had some issues with the West Liberty North Cedar game, and West Liberty is now going to play Lisbon, I believe.
Yep.
I saw West Liberty AD Adam Luria, a local Iowa City figure, who was looking for a ball game at about 2 o'clock this afternoon, Chad, and sure enough, was lucky enough to get one.
Alburnett and Bellevue got canceled as well, as Bellevue had to back out. So Regals come out, take over on downs. Fake to Coley, out to Quinlan right there. Quinlan met right as soon as he catches the ball. I think that was Evan Ross who met him right in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of 2 for the Regals.
Yeah, nice tackle by Ross. Just grabbed a hold of him and kind of hog-tied him down to the ground, bringing up 2nd down.
So 2nd down and 13, they say, on the scoreboard. Looks more like 2nd down and 12 to me, according to the sticks. 4:37 left to go first quarter. Regina leads 7-0. Cook back in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Both pretty tight to the formation this time. Coley in the backfield, left side of Cook. Cook takes a snap. He looks outside to Levi Quinlan. Pass just a little bit too far outside the numbers for him. Couldn't haul it in. It's going to be 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, that's a kind of pass that should have been completed. There's nobody around. Quinlan's off to the races if he catches that one.
Yeah, just a little bit too much juice on that, I think, there from Ashton that time. He could have floated a little bit because, like you said, Quinlan had nobody around him, but it had some running room. So 3rd down, 13. Ball on their own 24-yard line. 1 receiver right. Trips out to the left-hand side this time. Coley's going to be the right side of Cook in the shotgun formation. 4 down linemen again for the Indians. Will they bring pressure on 3rd and long here? I think we're going to have a timeout called by Regina. We are. 4:22 left to go here in the first quarter. Regina leads 7-0. And they take a timeout. A couple scores that have come through. Waco leads Moravia 8-0. Highland over Columbus Junction with 4:11 left to go in the first by a score of 14-0. Midland over West Central 6-0 in the first quarter. And now the Lone Tree score just got tied up. It's 8-8 against Lone Tree and New London. So some of the other local scores coming in.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the one score I want to hear before long is Hawkeye football.
Yeah.
I tell you, I'm awfully excited, Chad. It's one of those things we didn't think Big Ten would reverse course, and Kevin Warren, taking some feedback from a lot of different sectors, kind of turned that thing around.
Yeah, for sure. For sure there. I'm excited to see the Hawks get out there. Hopefully all the teams and the players on the team is going to be responsible about things and keep the season going. I'm sure we'll see a couple cancel games here and there. We've already seen some with other conferences that have been playing, but just gives you a little bit more sense of normalcy seeing the football team back out there.
Yeah, so you go 100 some odd years without a break, and sort of makes you wonder.
So Regals come out now, 3rd down, 12. Trips to the left-hand side, 1 receiver right. Actually, 2 receivers. Empty backfield for Cook. Ball on the far hash mark, going right to left on your computer. Cook looking for a pass across the middle. Levi Quinlan. Again, too high for Quinlan. Quinlan can't bring it in. That's one of those as a receiver, you're coming down the middle of the field. You got to go up and get. You're expecting to get hit in the ribs pretty hard.
Yeah, and that it was just a little ahead of him. A little bit ahead of him, a little bit high. I think Ashton's going to look at this series and want both of them back.
So the Regals are going to have to punt here. Andrew Denninger, the junior punter, is going to come on for the Regals to punt this one away. Ball at his own 24-yard line right now. Can't see the numbers back deep for the Indians. Can you see those numbers, Ed?
No, we had a bad angle here.
Decent snap. Kick is not too bad, hanging up in the air. He's going to get a good bounce here. Good bounce for the Regals. Ball all the way inside the 30-yard line, down to the 27-yard line. Great punt right there by Andrew Denninger.
Well, there was about 13 yards worth of bouncing after the intended no fair catch. It just allowed it to bounce, and 13 yards of rolling.
So Wapello's going to take over. This will be their 3rd offensive possession of the first quarter. 4:05 left to go. Regina leads 7-0. They'll be 1st down and 10 on their own 28-yard line.
If I'm Wapello, I run the ball until Regina can stop it.
I agree. They've been very effective. They put trips out to the left. They put one man in motion. That's going to be Gustafson. They hand to him off the motion. He runs off right side of the line. He'll gain about 4 yards before he's brought down by Blake Shambles right there.
Yeah, nice form tackle by Shambles. Or that would maybe have been Levi Quinlan. Was that Levi, or was it Shambles?
I thought it was 34, but...
You're right, Shambles. Yep.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 6 for the Indians. Ball at their own 32-yard lines. Parson runs over to the sideline and gets the play. He'll bring it into the huddle. Ball right almost in the middle of the field. 2 receivers out to the left. Tight end to the right-hand side. 2 backs in the backfield with shotguns, and it's Parsons. They're going to hand it to Gustafson. Tries to make a cut. He does cut and slips, but still manages to pick up about another 4 yards. Going to be 3rd down and short for the Indians.
Yeah, the left guard for Wapello did a nice job pulling out and creating that seam running back. So good line play. Good line play initially here for the Indians.
3rd down, 2 for the Indians. Ball at their own 36-yard line. Big possession here for Wapello, trying to pick up the 1st down with 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Indians down 7-0. They'll send 3 receivers to the left-hand side. Again, number 44, Thomas, your tight end on the right. They're going to hand it to Ross off the right tackle. He's got the outside again. He's across midfield, all the way down to about the 36-yard line of Regina. I tell you what, Ed, the Regals are going to have to shore up that end. The D-ends are getting sucked up inside, and Ross is catching that corner.
Yeah, this is the type of thing that drives coaches crazy, is not having contain on the end side, and we've got to have to get that fixed. You can see Coach Dumont down there addressing it. That's an adjustment that they're going to have to make immediately. I don't think that can wait till halftime.
1st down 10 for the Indians. Regina 37-yard lines. 2 receivers left. Tight. Double tight end here, it looks like. Going to hand to Gustafson off left-hand side. Good job there by Theo Coley, fighting off the block and knocking Gustafson down for a loss of about 3 yards.
Good form tackle by Coley, and again, hard running by Wapello.
I think Coley was the one that kind of got sucked up that last play. He was making sure he was shedding the block that time, getting the tackle.
Yeah, they're flipping sides on things. I mean, it's like anything else. You see what they do on film, and then some of our kids are moving to different sides.
2nd down, 13 here for Wapello. Ball at the Regina 40-yard line. About 2 minutes left to go first quarter. Indians down 7-0. They'll send 2 receivers out to the right. 1 receiver to the left, 2 backs in the backfield. They'll take a swing pass out to Gustafson, right-hand side. He's again met by Coley, but he breaks the tackle, and then Sam Aitchison is going to wrap him up for another loss right there. Good job by Theo Coley reading that out. As I said, I saw on film, these guys like to swing those backs out of the backfield for a little running back pass right out there in the flat. And they're showing they like to do that so far tonight.
Theo being Theo, sometimes you wonder if Theo might be a great defensive player at the college end next year. You know, he's a senior this year, and He's the kind of kid that you know is probably going to go on to play college ball. Is he a running back or is he a defensive player? Either way, utilizing speed is what he does.
So it's going to be 3rd down, 16 here for the Indians. Ball now back to the Regina, or 43-yard line. 2 receivers, actually 3 receivers to the left. 1 back in the backfield, that's Ross. We're going to have a timeout called by the Wapello Indians here. So a game set, 1:51 left to go, first quarter. Regina leads 7-0. It's going to be 3rd down, 16. Ball on the Regina 43-yard line. Got a couple emails that have come in so far here. One is from Jen Panther. She says, you guys both sound great. Way to go, Chad and Ed. The other one tonight is a blank email. So no worries there. So don't forget, go to the RegalCast.com. Hit the email button. Let us know where you're listening in from. We'll get your name out on the air. We'd love to see where everybody's listening in from. Again, a pretty decent crowd tonight. And I'm guessing, with COVID-19, we might have a few more listeners and watchers at home than we normally would on a beautiful Friday night in Iowa City. So thanks to everybody that's listening. But a pretty decent showing from the Wapello fans as well.
Yeah, Wapello did a nice job, and they filled out their fans, and I appreciate them social distancing they are. From the west, you can see kind of a hazy sky, but at the same time, the sun has gone to bed. Lights are on, and kids are on the hill moving around. And quite frankly, I wonder, Chad, if we're going to see Wapello try to get to the second level on the passing game. Coming out of the game, Carson's passing hasn't had to do a lot. It's been a lot of heavy run and a terrific line to run behind. But I think in this ball game, Wapello's going to be successful. They've got to play the second level on the passing game.
This is where I would think they maybe look to the big tight end, Caden Thomas, at 6'5", coming out. Really trying to expose that seam down the middle of the field. Our D-back's a little bit on the shorter side, so if they could get him out, he could do a jump ball here. Indians come out, 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. They're looking to the right-hand side. They are looking for Thomas over the middle. No, they're going down the right-hand side. They were looking for number 6. That's Griffin Mears down the right-hand side. Pass overthrown, but we have a penalty flag on the field. The near line judge here coming over to talk to the referees. So let's see what the call is.
On that incomplete pass, Griffin Mears was covered by Ashton Cook, but I don't think they really ever had a chance of being called.
Yeah, it was kind of overthrown, and the penalty was an ineligible receiver downfield against the Wapello Indians. That's going to be declined by the Regals. So it's going to be 4th down and 16 here. Ball's on the Regina 43-yard line. I think you're going to see the punt team come in here for the Indians. We are. Their punter, I believe, is number 68, Owen Hausman, and he's back in formation. He'll be standing at about his own 42-yard line. Back deep for the Regals, number 3, senior Levi Quinlan. Big rush here by the Regals. They get a tip ball, I think, right there, Ed, or was it just off the side of his foot?
I think that might have been off the side of his
Okay.
foot.
So not a terribly deep punt. It did kind of roll down the sidelines. The ref's going to spot it right at about the Regina 25-yard line.
That's a good person for the Eagles.
So 1:39 left to go here, first quarter. Regina leads 7-0. They'll take over here after the punt. 1st down and 10. Ball at their own 25. They'll send trips to the right-hand side. Alec Wick to the short side here by himself on the left. Coley to the right side of Cook in the shotgun formation. No blitz coming. They're going to keep it with Cook. Cook actually passes out to the right-hand side now. He's got Sam Aitchison out there for about a 20-yard gain. But there's a flag. I think he might have been across the line of scrimmage when he passed.
I'm fairly certain he was across the line of scrimmage when he made that side pass to Aitchison.
I'm not sure why he decided to pass there. He had some running room out ahead of him. So
this is high school ball now. It's not junior high, and everybody's not going to get a fair shake.
So they're looking over to the Wapello sidelines, probably seeing what they want to do with this penalty here. Referee comes over, and we have an illegal forward pass by Regina, so that's going to back the Regals up. It should still be 1st down. I don't believe that's a loss of down penalty.
I was off last night, too. I was in a shitty mood.
So it's going to be backing the Regals up. They were at their 25. It backs them up to about only the 22. Is that a spot foul? Because the ball was at the 25-yard line before. but they've only backed them up to the 22 right now, and they're in the middle of the field. All 5 refs are huddling.
I think they're debating, Chad, as to where to snap the ball.
Might need to get the rule book out of the bag on the sidelines here for this one.
Well, perhaps they can let Coach Dumont convince them.
I guarantee you Coach Dumont knows where it's supposed to be.
No, you're the
The right answer.
So referee coming over to talk to the Regina sideline right now. Talking to Ed Hinkle. And the ball still remains at the 22-yard line.
You know a thing about it? I know a lot about it.
So I'm not sure.
So if it's spot foul in the line of scrimmage was
No, I'll just give it to
25,
him. He can just take it. He's used to dealing with
then it'd be 5, take away 25 to 20, put it on the 20. Or no.
I have no idea what's going on here. I'm not sure the referees know what's going on either. The down mark on that was first down. The darn marker says it's third down. So that can't be right, no matter what.
We got the best chain crew in all of Eastern Iowa, so that can't be right. James Lucina, John Crane, Leo Fernandez, and Walt Malley make up the crew down there on this beautiful night.
Oh, Walt Maley's down there doing it tonight, huh?
Yeah, Walt's down there.
I'll give Walt a shout out tonight.
You gotta give love.
All right.
You got 2 Regina grads, James Lucina,
Yep.
of course, class of '93, and John Crane, the All-Stater class of '98. He was also a Cornell Hall of Famer. John
Oh,
Crane.
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was quite a linebacker up there in the late '90s, early 2000s for the legendary Steve Miller at Cornell College.
A few other scores coming in here. Springville leads Easton Valley 8-6. Looks like beginning of the second quarter there. Beckman leads Cascade 6-0. Beckman back on the field now. Into the first half, 14-6. Oh, so they huddled together. The flag has been picked up, so now they're moving to the ball to the spot where Aitchison actually caught the football. So I'm not sure where all that came from.
Now, in unrelated news, national news, Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg dies at age 87 tonight.
Is it 87 or 97?
No, it's 87 is what they say.
Huh. Low snap right there. They hand it off to Coley. Coley's got a little bit of a seam over the middle. Then he gets hit right away by number 22. That's Hector Cepeda. Cepeda hit him early. I thought Theo was going to break another big one over the middle there, but Cepeda did a good job of slowing him down and held him to about an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, the Indian, like I keep saying, I like the Indian defensive line. If they keep their splits the right way and stay together, they're going to make it difficult for us to run.
2nd and 2 for Regina. Trips to the left. One receiver to the right. One back in the backfield. They're going to hand it to Coley again. Coley does a little juke move. Tries to go around the left-hand side of the line. Good job right there by the Indians, stacking them up. Maybe a gain of 1.
They're tough. They're really, really fighting off the offense at the line of scrimmage. You've got a real nice stalemate, at least in this series.
So the far side judge is now saying it's a first down, and they're going to move the chain. So they are moving it. Without a measurement, they're moving the chain. So 58.7 left to go. First quarter, Regina up 7-0. They move the chain. It's going to be first down and 10. Regina football, ball at the Indian 48-yard line. Regals have 2 receivers right, 2 left. Back left side of Cook in the shotgun formation. They try a hard snap. Indians don't bite, so Cook looks over to the sideline for a play. They're going to have another timeout called here by Regina. Their second timeout of the first quarter. The play clock was running down there, and I think Dumont just called it to avoid the penalty.
Yeah, and that's the right thing to do. It'll be interesting to see what they come out in. I'd like to see some of these second-level passes over the middle, maybe. I know we've done a lot of sideline thus far. I'd certainly like to see something over the middle.
That's where losing Nick Wagner kind of hurts. You know, big body over the middle where he could go up. 6'4" or 5", just jump up there and get a ball over the middle. Feel bad for that kid. I tell you what, the kid's terribly athletic. Just had the worst of luck with injuries on the field.
Yeah, he's a coach on the sideline now, and really something else. Quite a story, quite a kid, and a lot of grit, a lot of perseverance. Come back from a couple of these surgeries, and you know, it's like anything else. He'll graduate in May, and it's going to be a very bright future ahead of him.
So Regals will come out first down and 10, ball at the 48-yard line of the Indians. They have Sam Aitchison, Danny Maloney out to the right-hand side. Left-hand side, Levi Quinlan and Alec Wick. Coley in the backfield. Still 4-3 defense here for the Indians. Middle backer Zepeda looking to maybe blitz on this play, and he comes. Quick pass here by Cook. Over to Danny Maloney for a completion and about a 5 or 6 yard gain on the right far sideline.
Twice.
Good job there by Danny Maloney hauling in the pass. It's out of bounds. And gain of, looks like they're going to give him 5 yards there.
If I'm not mistaken, Maloney wasn't out last year.
No, this is the first time he's been out in a couple of years. Another good athlete, too.
Very good baseball athlete.
Trips out to the left. One receiver right for Regina. Coley goes to the right-hand side of Cook this time. Second down, 5. Ball at the 44-yard line of the Indians. Coley goes in motion to the left-hand side. They're going to hand it to him straight up the middle. He tries to make a cut back towards the center of the line. Nothing given right there, maybe a yard gain.
Yeah, they're not going to allow that dive to happen again for a touchdown. They've tightened up their splits and their line coming into the ball game. Done a nice job and doing a nice job now here.
Clock ticking here toward the end of the first quarter. Regals are going to let it go down. So after 1 quarter of play, it's going to be 7-0 Regina here in Iowa City. Pretty even first quarter right there. The one thing, turnover by Wapello led to points for Regina. Otherwise, both offensive have been moving the ball some, but just not getting in the red zone to this point.
Wapello is formidable, and they knew that coming in. Coach Cook was very, very complimentary of the quarterback, running back, and the 2 big defensive ends. But I'm actually more complimentary of the defensive line. The 2 tackles in there have done a nice job of clogging things up, with the exception of the 30 dive that Theo had that resulted in the touchdown. So I think we got a heck of a ball game here, Chad. And, going into the second quarter, Coach Hinkle's probably going to make some offensive changes and see if we can diversify a little bit. As I said at the top of the broadcast, I'd love to see Levi Quinlan get into this offense a little bit. We've seen Aitchison with a touch. We've seen, Theo with a touch. We've seen Wick with a touch. But, getting Levi going, I think, could be the difference in the ballgame.
So the Regals come into this game ranked number 2 in Class A in the Gazette poll, number 3 in the AP poll. Wapello was receiving votes in the AP poll as well. So we know that they're a formidable foe, and it's shown it so far here in the first quarter. After 1 quarter of play, Regina leads 7-0. To set it up, they'll be going now, they'll be going left to right on your computer screen. They're going to have the ball at the Wapello 41-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for Regina. The clock will start ticking here at the beginning of the second quarter. So if you're the Regals, you'd like to see some more points put on the board here. You're getting down into potential field goal territory. Alec Wick, big soccer player, good field goal leg on him as well. You'd like to see another 6 put on the board if you could.
Yeah, get a little bit of a comfort level. But I feel like the Indians are just going to continue to bring it on defense, and their athleticism is apparent as well. Again, this is great matchup football.
3 receivers left for Regina. 1 receiver right, ball in the near hash mark. Going to hand it to Coley, trying to get off the left side tackle. He's going to have to run way outside to beat Ross. He gets outside, cuts it up, and gets across, and picks up the first down for Regina. That was a foot race between Coley and Ross right there.
Yeah, credit Ross for sticking with him. Ross gives up, and he gets around the corner, and it's over. Ross took him to the sideline and got him out of bounds.
First down, 10 for Regina. Ball on the Indian 35-yard line. Far side on the far hash mark now. 2 receivers left, Wick and Quinlan. 2 receivers right, Aitchison and Maloney. Again, it's Coley in the backfield. Snap. They're going to hand it to Coley, going straight up the middle. He's met right away by about 3 or 4 of the Wapello linemen. He falls ahead, gets maybe 3 yards.
Yeah, this looks like a Big Ten game from the 60s or the 70s. So far as just grind.
Like you said, Wapello has some big kids in the middle there. They've got a kid that's 230, a kid that's 300, another kid that's about 285 pounds. So a lot of beef up front on that line. So doing a good job stuff in the middle. Second down and 8 for Regina, ball at the 33-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Wick goes in motion, comes to the right-hand side. Cook's going to roll to the right. He's looking for Wick, and now he's got Maloney down deep in the end zone. Just overthrows him a little bit. I think he was looking for Wick coming out of the motion right there. He was guarded pretty well. Maloney just ran a fly straight up the field and probably would have had him. He just kind of overthrew him a bit.
Well, and Ashton was never able to set his feet on that throw. I mean, if you look back at it, he was not able to set his feet and just fire away. He was on the run and just floated it over him.
And he was rolling to the right, Ashton being a lefty. That's really tough to do, to square those shoulders and set the feet to be able to throw a 40-yard pass.
Yeah. he's strong enough to do it. We've seen him do it. And then just in that case, he just kept moving.
3rd down, 8 here for Regina. One receiver to the left, trips to the right-hand side. Coley in the backfield. Cook shotgun formation, takes a snap. He's going to keep it himself this time, straight up the middle. He's not going to have the first down. Really good job right there by number 66, Brett Smith, pulling him down backwards. They'll give him some forward progression, but it's still going to be about 4th and 5.
Yeah, Smith's the one I keep my eye on the whole way. Again, senior, 6'3", 255, and as I said, and I keep saying, coming into this ball game, he stuck out on film. Certainly somebody to keep an eye on the rest of the ball game.
So we got a flag on the field here. They're trying to figure out what's going on. Have a hold against Regina. So they're going to back the Regals up. So it'll still be 3rd down here after the hold. 10-yard penalty against the Regals. So that's going to make it about 3rd down and 18 or so once they actually mark the ball off here. Refs are still talking in the middle of the field. This crew's having a little bit of difficulty tonight to try to figure out where the ball's going after they call the penalty.
Well, and sometimes when you have that, you've got a mixed crew. I could see this being a mixed crew. Sometimes it's guys that haven't worked together or aren't familiar with each other. That happens, especially if you've got somebody that's out or ill or out on business or whatever.
So the hold was a little bit farther up the field. After marking off the penalty, it's going to be about 3rd down and 14 for Regina. Ball at about the 40-yard line of the Indians. 2 receivers right, 1 to the 2 right, 2 left. Coley in the backfield. Cook takes the snap. He's looking across the middle of the field. He's got a receiver there. That's Wick. Wick breaks a tackle, falls forward, gets a first down for Regina.
Just threw a bullet right to him.
That's one thing that Wick gives you, too. Not only does he catch the ball, he's got that shiftiness, and yards after catch are a big thing with him.
Yeah, and the coaches will tell you over and over again, the thing that separates Wick from everybody else is just how well he runs his route.
1st down, 10 for Regina. Ball at the Indian 21-yard line. On the far hash mark, trips to the left, 2 receivers right. Going to hand it to Coley. Low snap right there. Cook did a good job just getting Coley the ball, and he weaves his way through the middle of the line for about 8 or 9 yards.
Yeah, these are tough yards for Theo right now, and this is somewhat reminiscent of that West Branch game late last year where every yard is tough, especially when you're going right up the middle.
That was about the 2nd or 3rd low snap we've seen so far tonight, so I think we'd like to get that shored up a little bit, make sure that Ash isn't having to go down to get that. So 2nd down and 3 is where they mark the ball at the 14-yard line. 3 receivers right, 1 out to the left-hand side. Coley directly behind Ashton Cook now, shotgun formation. They hand it to him again. Room off the left-hand side of the lane. Theo Coley dives forward. He gets down close to the goal line, and he's still in bounds. The clock's going to run, but another first down for Regina.
Yeah, nice hard run and a nice stock block by Wick there right off the sideline.
So it's going to be a first down for the Regals. 9:43 left to go. 2nd quarter, 7-0 score here in Iowa City. Regina, the Regals lead, but it's going to be first down and goal, ball at the 6-yard line. Regals come out. 2 receivers to the left. Aitchison, Maloney out to the right. Coley again the back in the backfield. They try a hard count to get the Wapello Indians to jump. They are disciplined. Don't move. So Cook looks over to the right-hand side. Coley now goes right behind Cook again in the formation. Good snap this time. They hand it to Coley. Coley off the right-hand side of the lane. He'll fall forward. I don't think he got enough to get in there. He got maybe about 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, he's about at the 1.5-yard line from what I can gather from our angle way up here in the box. Hats off to the Indians for not jumping there. That was disciplined defensive football.
So it's going to be 2nd down and goal. Ball at the 3-yard line here for the Regals. 8:52 left to go, 2nd quarter. Regina 7-0 lead, looking to tag more onto the scoreboard. Trips to the left. 1 receiver, Maloney, to the right. Cook under center this time. He puts a man in motion. Snap's going to go. Quick pass out to Wick. Touchdown, Alec Wick. Nice little quick pass out to the left-hand side.
That's why Alec Wick is all-state soccer, all-state football, and just runs the best routes and gets open for a quick 6.
The Regals tack another touchdown on the board. 13-0 here. Alec Wick will attempt the extra point again out of the hold of senior number 6, Ashton Cook. 8:37 left to go, 2nd quarter. We get it here. Kick is up, and it is good. Just inside the left upright. And with 8:37 left to go, Regina takes a 14-0 lead. And I'm going to send this score into the home office. Good job of mixing up the pass and the run right now by the Regals, Ed.
Well, I tell you, the changing of the formations, I think, might have been the difference in that series. You know, if you look at, all of a sudden you put Theo out in that eye at the end, and he'd been spread out. Changing those formations are hard to follow, especially when you hadn't seen him on film coming into the ball game. So I think that might have been the difference. It's hard to make those adjustments in your own end zone. The Indians had a hard time. However, the Indians did not jump on a hard count, so they've got discipline on defense. It's just that, Coach Hinkle's thrown a lot of different wrinkles into this that they've got to cover.
Another email coming in. Steve Suga Hindi. Is it Hindi? Hindi from Tiffin checking in tonight. Says, you guys doing a great job. Go Regals. Thanks. I got a couple other ones here. From an anonymous Regina alum, Ed, you sound very professional all the way from Iowa City to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You know what that might be?
I might have an idea.
And then it looks like we got one other one here from Travis Richter. Dr. Richter says, go Regals. Thanks for checking in, everybody. Don't forget, RegalCast.com. Hit the email button. Let us know where you're listening in from tonight.
Yeah, good to hear from you, Dr. Richter. Again, he's a Simpson College alum as well. Great to have you listening in on the broadcast.
So after the kickoff, the Indians will have the ball at the Regina 30-yard lines. Two receivers out to the right. They do a pitch back to Gustus in the backfield. He makes a nice little juke move, has a little bit of running room. Kind of went to make a cut towards the middle of the field, slipped and fell down. He'll gain about 4 or 5 yards.
It's kind of slippery out there, and I'm wondering if some of the footing's going to be an issue continuing throughout the ball game. We don't have any wet conditions, maybe a little bit of dew like on the field, but generally dry, no wind. Terrific condition for football.
Danny's even calling you out here. He said if it's going to be anonymous, it's got to be some Ed's relatives, right?
Danny Jensen.
All right, here we go. Wapello comes out. They hand it to Gustafson. Nice hard run right up the middle, but boy, Regina defensive line was stout right there. There's about 2 guys that hit him right away. Didn't gain anything.
Dicker Jensen's up here running the scoreboard. Danny Jensen's class of 95, one of a kind, doing a great job up in Milwaukee.
3rd down 5 here for the Indians. 7:36 left to go, second quarter. Regina leads 14-0. Big series right here, I think, for the Indians. They need to try to get some points on the board before the end of the half here as the Regals get the football coming out of the second half. Indians send trips out to the left-hand side, one receiver to the right. One back, I think that's Ross, to the left-hand side of Parsons, shotgun. Fake it to Ross. They try it over the middle, and they got a guy wide open over the middle. That's Thomas, the tight end, coming on the slant pass. He gets the ball all the way down to the Regina 3-yard line, and that's exactly what I was talking about the last drive.
That's assignment football for us when we missed our assignment. One of our backers didn't fill in, and again, that created that seam. Almost to a touchdown.
Good pass right there. That ball almost looked like it went through one of our guys' hands, but Thomas is a big guy at 6'5", came through, and once he caught that ball, he was a locomotive going down the field.
Yeah, Parsons threw a bullet on that particular pass, and again, that's what I kept wondering about. Does this quarterback have the ability to throw, over the middle and that type of thing? Came in with a lot of accolade that way.
So here come the Indians, 2 receivers out to the right. Gustafson in the backfield. They'll hand it to Gustafson. Gustafson tries to go off right tackle. He's hit initially and gets knocked down for no gain. Going to be 2nd down and goal for the Wapello Indians.
Yeah, we'll see if they diversify on offense a little bit here. And we've got our folks crowding the box on defense, or Regals defense. Are they going to try to go the corner of the end zone?
They could get the edge. They could have Ross catch that edge. He's good at getting the edge here. 2nd down and goal. Ball at the 3-yard line, 6:38, clock ticking, second quarter. Regina up 14-0, but the Indians threatening right now, right at the ledge of the Regal touchdown. One receiver right, one left. They're going to fake it. Parsons rolls out right. He's got a man right across. That was Ross. Just a little bit too hard. Ross was wide open at the goal line, just a little bit too hard for him, and he couldn't bring in the pass.
Yeah, he dove into the pylon but didn't bring the ball with him. What's that bring up? Third down?
Third down and goal, ball at the 3-yard line here for the Indians.
Yeah, you got to tighten up. Regals have to tighten up, and the Indians need to find a play that's going to do it. Again, keep an eye on the corner of both end zones.
So third down and goal, ball at the 3, 6:21. Clock stopped after the incomplete pass. Parsons goes over to the sideline to get the play, runs it back in. They'll send 2 receivers, actually 1 receiver right, 1 left, tight end, heavy line. 1 back in the backfield right behind Parsons. That's going to be Gustafson. The pitch out to him, and he is smoked by Alec Wick from his quarterback position, hit at the 8-yard line.
He's just too slow developing. If you're going to have a pitch out, a pitch play, you're just way too slow developing. Alec Wick just sniffed it out, and there's a loss on that play.
So now it's 4th down and 8 for the Indians. Great job by Alec Wick. Best form tackle I've probably seen all year right there. Alec Wick, head up, just met him right in the breastbone and put him on the ground.
We're looking for a field goal here.
So field goal going to be number 22. That's Hector Cepeda coming in to attempt the field goal. Ball's at the 8-yard line. It's going to be a 25-yard attempt. Good snap. Ball's down. Kick is up, and it is good. Cepeda hits a 25-yard field goal to get the Indians on the board.
And in other scores, we've got Grundy Center up 44-0 on Linville-Sully in the first quarter. Thanks to Ray Colony for the update. Appreciate it.
Grace Grundy Center, the number 1 ranked team in Class A. So they have a pretty salty football team. I don't know the level of competition that they've been playing so far, but they've been putting up some big numbers on the offensive side of the football. So something to keep an eye on as we go through here, get closer to the playoff time. Again, everybody's going to make the playoffs this year. All teams are going to be in the playoffs that are still eligible to play. I don't know if some of the top teams get buys, Ed. Have you heard?
I don't know. In fact, we should probably look that up, Chad. I do know that we're starting to mirror what Minnesota and Wisconsin do, and I think it's just a terrific decision by the Iowa High School Athletic Association in such an unpredictable year, giving everybody that opportunity. You're going to have some teams that can't play, some teams that have to forfeit or cancel, and I think giving everybody a postseason opportunity makes a heck of a lot of sense.
So Cepeda kick off for the Indians, going right to left on your computer screen. Back deep for the Regals. Number 40, junior Carson Jensen. Number 3, Levi Quinlan. 5:32 left to go, second quarter. Cepeda puts his foot into it. High, deep kick to Jensen at about the 7-yard line. Jensen goes straight up the middle of the field. He'll make 1 cut. He's got a little bit of running room out to about the 28-yard line. It'll be first down and 10, Regina. If you're Ed Hinkle, you're thinking about some more points on the scoreboard here because you get the ball coming out of the halftime.
Yeah, absolutely. And that'll mix it up. You know that. You know, on that return, terrific Keaton McConaughey, senior, 5'10", 160.
Got a COVID sanitation timeout here, so 5:26 left to go. 14-3. Regina leads this ball game here. 5:26 left in the first half. First down and 10 for Regina. Ball at their own 28-yard line, going left to right on your computer screen. Just to remind you about those RegalCast sponsors, you got Bankers Advertising and True Art, Chris Shooter Lehman, LKR Realtors, OBGYN Associates, and Radiance Medical Spa, the Jill Armstrong Realty Team, JNS Express, Towncrest Pharmacy, Bertine and Stocker Jewelers, Sinclair, Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning, Midtown Family Restaurant, North Dodge Express, Beaver Heating and Air, the Regina Athletic Boosters, JJ Nichting, and Iowa City Break.
And over on the Indian Cast, we've got the State Bank of Wapello, Moore Plumbing and HVAC, Community Bank of Wapello, Ernest Insurance Agency, the Wapello Athletic Booster Club, the Louisa Communications, Julie Rossiter Realty and Associates of Wapello, and the Wapello Nursing and Rehab Center. And again, repeating on national news, we've got the passing of U.S. Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. If you had not heard that news, that is breaking news in the United States.
Give a shout out to one of the physicians down on the sideline for the Regals, Logan Wills, a physician I work with every day. I told him to give him a shout out today. And thanks to Johnny James and all the medical staff down on the field for everything they do for the Regals during the year. Regals come out, 1 receiver left, 2 to the right, Coley in the backfield. They try the hard snap again. Wapello has seen film. They've been pretty disciplined, not jumping on that hard count like the Regals like to do. Cook looks over the defense. He'll take the snap. He'll fake it to Coley. Quick pass out to Alec Wick. Or is that Levi Quinlan? It's Quinlan. He breaks 2 tackles. He's out to midfield, all the way down to the 49-yard line of the Indians. Good job by Levi Quinlan, what you were talking about before.
Yeah, and Levi could be the difference in the ball game. He just made 2 people miss, and right down the sideline, getting him the ball, something we haven't been doing enough of the whole year coming into this ball game. Again, he's diversify him in this offense.
Trips to the left for Regina. Maloney out to the right-hand side. Cook tries a hard count, nothing there. The line and Cook will look over to the sideline, get the play from Hinkle. Coley now moves directly behind Cook in shotgun formation. They're going to hand it to Coley. It's a fake. They get it out to Maloney this time. Right side, short side of the field. He makes the catch and have a penalty call. I don't know if we're going to have a late hit, but Danny Maloney's still down. He kind of awkward on that tackle. It looked like he kind of got bent backwards.
Yeah,
so
I'm thinking late hit.
I think that's probably what it is. I'm hoping. I think he was probably out of bounds, and the kid probably pulled him down already.
Personal foul, late hit. It didn't look that bad from the press box, but again, we've got coaches that were in front of us. Danny's still down on the turf, being attended to, and they're going to take a little bit of a timeout here on the field. To let the kids get readjusted. The penalty is being enforced 15 yards, automatic first down.
So yeah, it happened right in front of the stand, so I didn't get a good vision of it. But it looked like as he came down, it kind of looked like he got pulled down backwards. I'm wondering if he twisted a knee or an ankle or something like that. But senior receiver is still down on the sidelines. We're going to take a officials timeout here after they mark the football. When we come back, it'll be first down and 10. Ball at the Indian 25-yard line. Hoping everything's okay down there for the young Danny Maloney.
Yeah, he's moving around. A lot of coaches and medical personnel that are attending to him. And hopefully it'll be all right. This gives the kids an opportunity to water up and get themselves recalibrated.
Looks like they're looking some kind of a lower leg kind of thing. Got a couple guys talking to him, but I think they're working either on his knee or his ankle. So
you mentioned it before, Chad, but this Wapello defense has definitely been trained not to jump when we have those hard counts. And we've seen so many teams the last couple of years that when we start doing hard counts, they jump and we get the automatic first down. These Wapello Indians are very disciplined in that regard on their defensive front.
Few scores rolling in here. Lake Mills leads Nashua Plainfield 14-6. Second quarter. Special thanks to Kennedy back at Sportscast Media Control, who's helping get all the scores out tonight, helping run the boards back there. Thanks, Kennedy. Walk-on 26-0. 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter against Olwine. Winfield Mount Union 14, Iowa Valley 0 at the half. Kingsley Pearson over on the western side of the state over River Valley. No, actually down to River Valley 7-6 in the first. And Springville 22, Easton Valley 26, 5:10 left to go, second quarter in that ball game.
And the West Branch Bears over here in Cedar County are taking out their frustrations on Wilton, 21-0 in the second quarter. Additionally, St. Ansgar up in northern Iowa was tied 21-21 with West Fork in the second quarter as well. Again, the Bears are coming onto the season with a couple of losses. And you don't see a Butch Peterson West Branch team typically taking on a lot of early season losses.
St. Ansgar, either second or third rated in Class A football, depending on what poll you're looking at. I don't know much about West Fork, if they're upper class or not, but got themselves a battle tonight, it sounds like.
You know, and I think of St. Ansgar, I think of the legendary Matt Sherman. You think about Matt Sherman, played for the Hawks in the 90s and series of bowl games. You know that he now works for the Minnesota Gopher Sports Properties?
Really?
Did you know that?
That's unfortunate.
It is crazy.
Which is odd because St. Ansgar, every time I see him play, total run first football team. And then you got a Big Ten quarterback coming out of that school.
Yeah, that was a good one. But he's put on that maroon up north, and there's no going back.
So Danny Maloney up now, helped off the field. It looks like it's either a leg or an ankle, pretty ginger on one side, so he'll probably be done for the night. So number 34, junior Blake Shambles will come in to take over his receiver spot. First and 10 for Regina. Ball at the Indian 25-yard line, ball on the near hash mark. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Coley right behind Cook. We have a flag before the snap here. I'm going to guess it's going to be, it was called by the umpire, so I don't know if it was going to be an offsides against Wapello. No, going to be a false start against the Regals, so that'll back them up 5.
You know, we're in a time period here with a lot of yellow laundry on the floor. Got to get this game going again.
So going to be first down 15 now. Ball at the 30. Same formation for the Regals. Cook looks over, takes a low snap again. Fakes it to Coley. He's going to keep it himself this time. He's across the left-hand side. He's got running room. Down to the 15, 10, down to about the 3-yard line. Ashton Cook, good run for the Regals. We haven't seen him do that a lot this year. I think we're trying to protect him a little bit, but it was very effective this time.
And they faked me out. I was looking at Theo the whole way, and then all of a sudden Theo goes to the turf, and then there's number 6, Ashton Cook, all the way around the left side. Would have scored. One of the defenders caught up with him. Great run by Cook.
First down and goal at the 4-yard line. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Going to take the snap. They're going to hand it to Coley. Coley bounces off the line. He gets the edge, can't quite get to the end zone. Picks up maybe 2, depends on where the referee is spotted.
The defender for the Indians, number 4, Caleb Ely. I think that was a Caleb Ely, the sophomore, 6 foot, 150 pounder for the Indians, saving a touchdown on that play.
So they do spot him at about the 1-yard line. Second down and goal for Regina. 4:37 left to go, second quarter. Regals up 14-3. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Ball on the far hash mark. Look in shotgun formation, flanked to the left by Theo Coley. Coley's going to take the snap, try to get around the right edge this time. Tries to cut it back inside to get across the goal line, and he does. Theo Coley for the 1-yard touchdown run for Regina.
Wow, unbelievable. What a great run. Absolutely great. Great job by the Regina offensive line on that particular play. They, one of the Indians, number 10, Jordan Paris, got jammed up right there at the end and was able to shed his blocker, which resulted in the touchdown.
So Alec Wick will come in to attempt the extra point here for Regina. 4:29 left to go first half. Score currently 20-3. Got another flag thrown by the referees here. Lots of yellow flags so far. Going to have offsides against the Indians. So that'll move the ball halfway closer to the goal line. So they're going to go for 2 points now since they've moved to within 1.5 yards of the goal line. Regals come out. Starting offense out on the field. They'll put Shambles out to the right-hand side. They'll run Aitchison, Wick, and Quinlan to the left-hand side, tight to the line.
Watch Aitchison on this play. Number 21, watch Aitchison.
Shotgun formation for Cook. He'll take the snap, roll out to the left-hand side. He's got somebody in the back of the end zone for 2. They catch it. Not sure who it was that caught it. Was it
Aitchison?
Was it Aitchison? Good call. 2-point conversion for the Regals. So with 4:29 left to go in the first half, score Regina 22, Wapello 3.
Wow, unbelievable turn of events here. You know, it's interesting. They get the 3 points on the field goal, and then Regina comes and marches right down the field. A series of different plays that we hadn't seen before. So, hats off to the Regal offensive line, really making their way on a really good defensive line from Wapello.
So good offensive series right there by the Regals. Unfortunately, senior Danny Maloney, kind of weird tackle on the side of the sidelines. He's on the bench now. Shambles coming in to take his spot. Hopefully everything is okay for him. So Regina leads 22-3, 4:29 left to go here. First quarter from Iowa City, Regina. Oh, I got to send the square into the home office here. Just a second.
Please do. And while you're thinking about it, if you have a chance, feel free to go to regina.org and donate to make sure that viewers can continue to see our YouTube channel as well as the RegalCast feed into the YouTube channel. Appreciate Danny Davis and our sports media folks down in Mediapolis for producing the RegalCast and giving us the flexibility to bring this broadcast to you at home across the globe. Obviously, everybody's on a URL. It's great that we've got listeners from across the globe and across Iowa.
Andrew Denninger puts his foot into the ball all the way back to about the 20-yard line. That's taken by number 4 for the Indians. That's Caleb Ely. They'll bring the ball back out to about the 28-yard line of the Indians. Indians would like to put some more points on the board here as Regina gets the football coming out to start the second half. 4:24 left to go.
And you saw that pass play, the big pass play of the last series that set them up for that field goal. And will we see more passing in this series, you think, Chad?
I think, they hit Thomas over the middle of the field. He's a big target, 6'5". I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to utilize the middle of the field like that a little bit more. He comes into the tight end position, left-hand side of the line. 2 receivers out to the right, 2 backs in the backfield with Parsons. He takes the snap. He'll hand it to Gustafson out of the backfield. He'll fight for about 3 hard yards right over right tackle before he's brought down.
If I'm Wapello, I'd find some isolation plays for Gustafson. That's what I would do. He showed very early in the game in the first couple series that he can be a dangerous player. Obviously, Regina's made adjustments, but Wapello coaches have to make the adjustments to get Gustafson some land to work with.
Been heavy sledding there, trying to go against the Regal defensive front. Like you said, get him out in space. Maybe a nice little pass out of the backfield or something to get your athlete the ball. Trips out to the left-hand side. 1 back in the backfield. That's Ross with Parsons. They're going to hand it to him. No, that's Gustafson. Gustafson makes a nice move to the inside cut right there. Almost a first down. Actually, it was Ross the ball down.
Yeah, Coach Hinkle mentioned to me in passing over the course of this week that Gustafson was somebody that the defense was going to pay close attention to. And obviously, Coach Hinkle's the offensive coach, but they all work together to put the game plan together. And he's a dangerous player. And again, only a sophomore. Wapello Indian fans across southeast side, we're going to be keeping an eye on him.
3:15 clock ticking here on the Indians first half. Ball at the Regina 39-yard line. 1 receiver to the right, 1 to the left. Heavy line. Parsons going to quarterback sneak this, and he'll have the first down for the Wapello Indians out across their 40-yard line. So 3:03, the clock will stop as they move the change. Referee winds the clock, and here we go. 3 minutes left to go, first half. Regina 22-3 lead over the Indians. First down and 10 for the Indians. Ball at their own 41-yard line. Ball on the far hash mark. They'll send 2 receivers to the left. No receivers to the right. 1 back in the backfield behind Parsons. 1 up tight. High snap to Parsons. Fumble football right here. The Regina Regals fall on it.
Regina ball.
Regals recover the football.
Just popped right out. There's a muddled handoff by Parsons.
Yeah, it was a high snap right there that Parsons had to climb the ladder to go up and get. Brought it down, had to try to bring it down quickly to get it to Gustafson, and they never completed the handoff. Rolled right into one of the Regina linebackers' hands. First down and 10 for Regina. Ball at the Indian 41-yard line.
They're in their own territory. That's a tough spot to have a turnover, especially with 2:41 left to go in the second quarter. The Regals have a chance to score again here.
If you're Wapello, you have to keep the Regals off the scoreboard here at the end of the first half.
I think you do.
Regina comes out. Wick, Quinlan out to the left. Shambles, Aitchison out to the right. Coley in the backfield. Cook looks over. They bring Wick in motion. Snap, they're going to pitch it to Wick out of the backfield. He'll cut it up off right tackle. He's got a couple broken tackles. Still going. He's out across the 35. Does a stiff arm. Still on his feet. Cuts it back to the middle of the field before he's brought down at about the Indian 25-yard line. He is so shifty.
Yeah, if Caden Thomas hadn't got on him, he'd might have continued that all the way to the end zone. Great tackle by Caden Thomas, but what an amazing set of moves by Wick. We say that every week, Chad. Every time he does something like this, we say that.
Trips out to the left-hand side, 1 receiver to the right, Coley in the backfield. First down and 10 for Regina. Ball at the 25-yard line of the Indians. Remember that old Frogger game when we were kids? That's what he looks like, kind of moving in between the cars. First down and 10 here for Regina. Ball at the 25. Cook's going to take the snap. Good snap. He looks out to the left-hand side. Now back to the right side. He's got a receiver out here. It's Wick. Wick catches the ball, gets across the 20-yard line down to about the 18. Going to be second down for Regina.
And was Frogger an Atari game?
I think it was.
Okay. I wouldn't know.
Do you ever watch Seinfeld? George had like a high score on Frogger.
I watched a lot of Seinfeld, not so much for the video games. I left that to Joe Wallace to deal with video games.
Trips out to the left. 1 receiver. Wick out to the right-hand side. Coley in the backfield takes the snap. They're going to get to Coley. He's got a seam up the middle. He breaks 1 cut. He's down close to the goal line. Falls across the end zone for the 18-yard touchdown run. Theo Coley.
Theo Coley. Is that third touchdown of the game?
That's his 3rd touchdown run of the game.
Wow. Theo Coley. And again, he had 4 last week. I think that 5 may be the school record because they shut him down at 4 last week at the 62-0 at North Cedar. Again, he was right up the middle, ladies and gentlemen, on this particular run, which was similar to the first run he had for the first touchdown of the game.
That hurts if you're the Wapello Indians. You know, you have a turnover in your own territory, leads to a score. Maybe if you keep it out of it there, you might feel like you're still in the game. Now this game's starting to stretch a little bit. Wick tacks on the extra point, and with 1:28 left to go here in the first half, Regina leads Wapello 29-3.
And this broadcast and simulcast is brought to you in part by State Bank of Wapello, Moore Plumbing and HVAC in Wapello, Community Bank in Wapello, Ernest Insurance Agency in Wapello, the Wapello Athletic Booster Club, Louisa Communications in Southeast Iowa, Julie Rossiter Realty and Associates of Wapello, and the Wapello Nursing and Rehab Center. Again, we're thanking our friends from Wapello, obviously for being here, but also sharing the broadcast with us tonight here in Iowa City, Regina versus the Wapello Indians. And we also thank our Iowa City Regina sponsors.
And our Iowa City Regina sponsors, Bankers Advertising and True Art, Chris Shooter Lehman, LKR Realtors, OBGYN Associates and Radiance Medical Spa, the Jill Armstrong Realty Team, Janus Express, Towncrest Pharmacy, 15 and Stocker Jewelers, Sinclair, Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning, Midtown Family Restaurant, North Dodge Express, Beaver Heating and Air, the Regina Athletic Boosters, JJ Nichting, and Iowa City Break. Of course, I give one of our physicians, Dr. Logan Wills, a call, and now my phone starts blowing up. Dr. Scott Larson and Dr. Kevin Schleich both want to call out as well. So there you are, gentlemen. There's your call out for the evening. Kick by Andrew Denninger down to about the 24-yard line. Wapello player fielded it and fell down to the ground. So the ball is going to be down at the 24-yard line. 1:28 left to go here. First half from Iowa City. Regina Eagles lead 29-3. Wapello trying to put something on the board in the last 1:28.
You know, we've got Beth Wick, the mother of Alec Wick, is hearing us loud and proud with Chad, and they are at Loris College in Dubuque. Soccer is senior night for their daughter. Go Regals. And appreciate Beth, the shout out. Alec's doing terrific. Really fun to watch tonight.
A couple other emails in. Listening in from North Liberty tonight is Joan Belknap. She says, go Regals. And one more here. Get down to it.
And hand off to the running back here for the Indians. Flag on the play. I don't think that's going to be holding on the Indians.
All right. We have one Wapello fan listening in tonight, listening in downtown Wapelos. Says we're doing a great job today. Go Indians. We are Wapello, and it looks like it's coming from Scott Little. Scott, thanks for listening in tonight. Thanks to all the Wapello Indian fans that, unfortunately for them, they got to listen to our ugly muds all night. Idea what's going on in the game here. And don't forget to go to the RegalCast.com, hit the button, let us know where you're listening in from. We'll get your name on the air. Thanks to all RegalCast and Indian Cast people that are listening in tonight. 1:23 left to go. Call was a holding, Ed.
Yeah, we've got 8:44 in the second quarter. Clear Creek Amana is up 28-0 on Benton Community. Additionally, Starmont's up on someone 7-0. With 2 minutes left in the first half.
I think I've seen Starmont actually get another win so far this year. They've traditionally been really bad in football, so it's nice to see them going out and getting a win now and then.
Yeah, good for them. Yeah, I hope the Wicks enjoy themselves up in Dubuque. Beautiful night, beautiful weekend.
Ball on the near hash mark. Indians send trips out to the left-hand side, diamond formation. One back in the backfield, left side of Parsons in shotgun formation. Parsons looks over the defense. He'll take the snap. He'll hand it to Gustafson. He'll try to go off right-hand side. He's got some running room out to the outside. Good job right there. That was actually Ross carrying the football. Who was it that made the tackle? It was a touchdown-saving tackle right there.
Aitchinson, number 21, Sam Aitchinson with a form tackle. But again, nice run by Ross.
Ross started off the right tackle, cut it back up the middle of the field, had running room. And Sam Aitchinson brought him down. 11-yard regain, first down and 10 for the Indians. Second. I forgot they had a penalty. So it's going to be second down and 9. Clock's still running, 45 seconds left to go. They're still sending Parsons over to the sideline to get the play. So not too concerned about trying to go hurry up here. Again, they'll send those trips out to the left-hand side. Make sure you have Thomas, the tight end, off the line here. We don't need him sealing across the middle again. They hand to Ross again off the right-hand side. He's tripped up, this time by number 79, Aiden Udell, after a gain of about 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, I think they're content to run the clock out here. It's 12 seconds left, and they're huddled up, and he's going to let it run. Again, Regals 29, Wapello Indians 3, and that will conclude the first half of play.
So good first half right there by Regina. Good job mixing up the pass, mixing up the run. They took a couple of Wapello turnovers, turned them into points. So good job right there. Josh Gaffey had an interception. Fumble recovery. Did you ever see who got that fumble recovery for Regina? I didn't either. It was one of the Regina backers' ball kind of bounced right to him. So after 2 quarters of play here in Iowa City, Regina, your score 29-3. Regina leads the Wapello Indians. Let's go ahead and run down the full RegalCast and IndianCast sponsors again here. Make sure we get their full ads on the air. Let's start with the RegalCast sponsors. Bankers Advertising and True is proud.
Is he doing the dance? Well, somebody's gonna, yeah. One of us. I can do it. You guys can go. I can do it too. I don't give a shit. No.
Chris Shooter-Lehman with Coldwell Banker Real Estate Professionals is here for all of your real estate needs in Iowa City and the surrounding area. LKR Realtors are proud to support the RegalCast. LKR Realtors open doors for you and your family. Wishing the best of luck to Regina and proud to support the athletes students. OBGYN Associates and Radiance Medical Spa. As a well-known supporter of Regina, Dr. Diane Adam is proud to support the RegalCast. Stop by her office in Coralville for a free consultation. The Jill Armstrong Realty team would like to say they are proud to support Regina and this RegalCast. The Jill Armstrong team will treat you like family, making your priorities theirs. J&S Express is now your new BP station selling BP products. J&S Express is conveniently located right across from Regina, so you can stop in before or after the game. Towncrest Pharmacy cares more about your care. Located in Iowa City and Solon, Towncrest Pharmacy is proud to sponsor this broadcast. Best of luck to the girls and boys this season. Hertine and Stocker Jewelers has been your local jewelry store since 1947. They can help you find that special ring for that special moment. Located in Penn Mall in downtown Iowa City. Sinclair, heading out of town for the big Regina game? Don't forget to gas up and get some great road snacks at Sinclair in Iowa City. Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning is proud to support the athletes, Regal Nation, and this RegalCast. For quality that exceeds their customers' expectations, contact Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning. Midtown Family Restaurant offers a family atmosphere and the best food around. Whether it's a big or small party, Midtown Family Restaurant can accommodate your next party. North Dodge Express is your stop for snacks before or after the big game. North Dodge Express is proud to support the RegalCast. Beaver Heating and Air reminds you to leave it to Beaver. When you're in need of heating and air, call Beaver Heating and Air for your next project. The Regina Athletic Boosters invite you to become a member of the team. Contact Sean Beaver and get involved in supporting Regina Athletics. J.J. Nickting is a preferred farm equipment dealership in the tri-state area. They offer experience, service, part inventory, and long-term commitment. See them in West Liberty, Tipton, Pilot Grove, Mount Pleasant, and Sigourney. And finally, Iowa City Brake handles more than just brakes. Need your oil changed? How about a mechanical or electrical problem fixed? Let Iowa City Brake diagnose your automobile and get it back on the road, running like a Regal. And now the IndianCast sponsors.
Yes, and we are here at Iowa City, Regina. 12 minutes left in the halftime segment. We've got the Regina dance team out on the field doing their performance. Regina leads 29-3. We thank our friends from Wapello and the IndianCast as we simulcast this ball game this Friday night. State Bank of Wapello reminds you to contact them for your next loan. Check out their many other services and special offers on checking and savings accounts. More plumbing and HVAC in Wapello. Wishes the Indians and the Arrows the best this season. They also want to remind you to call them for your next residential or commercial project. Community Bank of Wapello. knows that your children are the most important part of our community and the most important part of the future. That's why Community Bank puts people first. Ernest Insurance Agency. It's your hometown insurance agency offering vehicle, health, farm, property, crop, and auto insurance. Contact Ernest Insurance Agency for your next quote. The Wapello Athletic Booster Club wants you to be part of the team. Become a booster member and find out how fun and rewarding it is to be a booster. Louisa Communications, your telephone company, and a whole lot more. They provide internet, long distance, and wireless services. Julie Rossiter Realty and Associates of Wapello, a boutique-style real estate company working with the customer in mind. Check out their Facebook page for your next dream home. And the Wapello Nursing and Rehab Center. They can definitely help you and help you with what care initiatives are best for your loved one and help you choose the appropriate level of care. And again, we're at about 10 minutes left to go in the halftime segment here. People are milling around here at Regal Field. Both teams are in their areas working on second half adjustments. Heavy line with the concession area, which is nice to see. And a lot of the concession stands that we've been to both during the baseball period and also at football have been somewhat non-existent. Again, very little breeze, a little bit of a calm night. No, if you look at the flag out on the east side, it's not moving much. And then lights are shining bright, and kids are getting ready for the second half.
So a couple emails that have come in. Dan and Janan Rustin say, "Go Regals, heck of a first half." They're listening from just down the street at their home. And then Thomas Udell says, "Watch that little 79" from his uncle, saying, "Good job, Aiden Udell. Great broadcast so far, guys." So don't forget, go in, go to RegalCast.com, email us, let us know where you're listening in from. We'll get your name on the air. It's always good that, you know, if you're out of radio coverage or whatever, at least you can log on. And now we've got the YouTube channel, trying to get some connection going with the YouTube channel so you can actually see that. Hear us here on the RegalCast as well. Hopefully we're not too distant and they kind of sync up together and everything so you can kind of see and hear the same thing.
Yeah, I'd be interested in knowing if it does sync up. If it doesn't sync up, please send us a text or an email and let us know. Again, we're kind of experimenting with that. We also wish Dan Rustin a speedy recovery.
Yes.
Most recently had a backyard accident after the storm and is recovering nicely. And I believe he's back to work. Knowing Dan, he probably got back to work very quick. So good luck to Dan on that. Hopefully have a good weekend to just relax and put your feet up and move about your business. Again, like I said, I'm waiting for Hawkeye football, Chad. I just cannot believe that we're going to go the whole month of September without it, but I think we're certainly blessed to have it coming back, given that it was written off for the entire fall season not so long ago. The other thing that will be interesting is that it'll be in an absent Kinnick Stadium and all the other stadiums in the Big Ten. 14 teams without anybody in the stadium. So it's all for television, but good for the student athletes to have an opportunity to compete, and good for us fans to have the opportunity to watch it on television.
It'll be interesting to see, too, if the Hawks have any players that decide to opt out of the season. We've seen in some of these other conferences, pretty big-name guys decide, hey, I'm going to opt out here, and if I'm potentially going to the NFL, I don't want to run the risk of getting COVID-19 or something. So it'll be interesting to see. I know Kirk had come out earlier this week and said that they've had some discussion with a small number of guys. So I don't know if you'll see maybe 2 or 3 opt out for the season, but it sounds like most guys have really wanted to play this year.
Yeah, they have, and it's interesting. I read a Wall Street Journal article today that it talked about some of the guys that have opted out are now saying, please, NCAA, let me back in. Let me back in. I don't want my buddies to play and not be able to finish with them. And so I really kind of hope the NCAA takes a really liberal stance on this and allows those student athletes to come back and play and finish up their studies, most importantly, and that type of thing. And I think that's really, really important. Joanne Belknap, appreciate you listening in tonight. Appreciate all you do for Regina, and appreciate all of our Regina Foundation, as well as our Regina Booster Clubs. Sean Beard's doing a bang-up job thus far, helping make that transition. as we continue to look for projects and revenue enhancement opportunities. And on that note, feel free to go to regina.org and donate, and that'll help support some of the YouTube work that's being done to synchronize the RegalCast with YouTube. Foundation does a great job of being good stewards of those donated dollars.
And, Girls on the Run is coming up for Regina as well. Mr. Clickguard sent out some information this week about potentially giving $20.20 to Girls on the Run to help support the school. So if you're willing to do that, go ahead and do that. If you don't know who to contact, you can always contact the high school office, and they can get you the information on how to donate to Girls on the Run as well. Some good things that are going on to help support Regina and help support the school. I've been, encouraged so far, Ed, that we've been through, 3 or 4 weeks of school now. Things seem to be going pretty well. We're doing, some kids are doing it at home, some doing hybrid, some are in school all day long. So I think Regina's been doing a pretty good job of keeping things pretty safe so far.
They really have. We had the good fortune on Tuesday night of having both junior high teams play against Montezuma, and they both won.
I thought it was Makokada.
Makokada. Pardon me. It was Makokada. Thank you for the correction. And so we had 14-0. Regina beat Makokada in the 7th grade, and then it was 44-36 in the 8th grade.
Wow, shootout in that game.
It was a shootout. It was a shootout for sure.
How did young Mr. Wallace do in that game?
Well, I think he did okay, but you better ask his mother. So I don't comment on Mr. Wallace. He gets plenty to deal with his mother. But that being said, talking about those athletes, if I just might do a quick rundown, Trajan Plummer, James Whistler, Ben Clickguard, Noah Horner, Ethan Beard, Spencer Winders, Andrew Grieve, Emmett Bodworth, Howie O'Rourke, Jack Wallace, Eddie Gamba, Cash Hatfield, Matt Connolly, Liam Von Hartz, Jensen Berg, Connor Nickpon, Hudson Cook, Jackson Kopecki, Carter Slager, Lauren Fernandez, Alex Paul, Parker Mergen, Tate Lynch, Ferris Muhammad, and then we've got Will Aitchison, Tristan Flores, Andrew Herring, and Max Franklin make up the junior high crew. So hats off to those young athletes as they look to keep on the tradition of Iowa City Regina football.
It's good to see a decent number of kids out in those younger classes. Football's really been struggling from a number standpoint, which can be an issue at smaller schools like Regina. So it's good to see those kids out. Hopefully they're having a good experience, and bonding at those lower levels really is where leads to some of the success at the varsity level that Regina has seen. So that's good to see those young kids out.
Yeah, no question about it. And I gotta give credit to Coach Cook. He has been down, as well as Dan Ahrens. Everybody knows Dan Ahrens.
Is Dan coaching again?
He's helping out. Yeah, he took a couple years off, and I think he was maybe down in Florida working out. And he came back this fall to help out with the 7th grade. Has done just a magnificent job with them. Same thing with Coach Cook coming down. A real treat to have, all Big Ten, all pro, and generally legendary football coach Marv Cook come down to help the 8th grade out.
Forgot one on the roster there. Luke Rustin is also playing football, Dan says. So he appreciates your shout out about his injury, but now you're slighting his kid, so he's going to come down here and probably kick your butt.
And it wouldn't be the first time. I got to tell you, Dan has a way of getting around and doing what he needs to. That's what happens when you go with the old roster list. I had a roster list a while ago where there was a switcheroo on the jersey numbers, So
yeah,
moms and dads will get a hold of you. But that being said, appreciate that, Dan. We're just having fun up here.
So let's go ahead and give you a little, scoring rundown what happened there in the first half. So the first Regina offensive touchdown was set up by a big interception by Josh Gaffey. Indians tried to set up a big screen to Gustafson in the middle of the field. Big 6'3" Josh Gaffey put the mugs up there, took it in, returned it for about 5-6 yards. And that led to a Theo Coley 22-yard touchdown run with 7:42 left to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Regina. Then we had some turnover on downs by both teams. Had a punt by Wapello. Then next possession for Regina, you had a 3-yard touchdown pass. Alec Wick made it 14-0, 8:37 left to go in the first quarter. Then we had a 25-yard field goal by Zepeda for the Indians. That brought it down to 14-3 with 5:32 left to go in the second quarter. But then Theo Coley broke a touchdown run with 4:29 left to go in the second quarter to make it 22-3. And then we had a turnover, a fumble by the Indians, which led to another Coley 18-yard touchdown run to put the Regals up 29-3 is what the score is here at halftime. Regina will get the football coming out in the second half. You know, we talked about earlier in the game last week, the game went to a 35-0 running clock, which this year now starts anytime in the first half, not just the second half. The Ruffs didn't know that last week, so they just did it in the second half. I did not think that would happen this game. There's a potential it could happen. But I look for Wapello to really kind of make some adjustments here in the second half. Like you talked about, maybe look to get Ross, Gustafson out in space a little more, use their athleticism instead of trying to cut up the middle, because the Regina line's been pretty stout so far.
Yeah, and there's no question we've got an opportunity to get the clock running. And it was a little odd last week. I know they didn't make that adjustment and that type of thing. But, you know, if you know this Wapello team and coming into this game, they're a really group and a disciplined group. And so I suspect they'll make their second half adjustments and really come out and give it everything they got and maybe even make this a ball game. You know, keep in mind a couple of Regina turnovers and you could have a different kind of outcome going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Alec Wick had that one fumble that he got lucky, bounced right back up into his chest. So Regina didn't lose anything there. The West Branch score at halftime. West Branch all over Wilton Beavers 33-0. Halftime, Northland leads Makokata Valley 19-6. Paprika Manna leading Benton 28-3. Comanche is leading Anamosa in the third 21-0. Assumption leads Central DeWitt 10-6. And Ankeny leads Dowling 21-14.
Wow,
Good game there.
I didn't see that one happen. Hey, in Johnston, Iowa, apparently there's a fire in the grandstand that's caused an evacuation in central Iowa. Wilton has given up 3 first-half turnovers, including a fumble on their own 5 with 50 seconds left in the first half. 33-0 with 6 seconds on the clock in the first half. So that's an interesting game in Wilton. St. Ansgar leads West Fork 35-21 at half, and number 1 Grundy Center up 58-0 at halftime.
Ouch. St. Ansgar is starting to pull away from West Fork a little bit there. So those are, you know, the top 3 teams in Class A. Regina's Grundy Center is number 1. St. Ansgar, Regina 2 and 3, depending on what poll you look at. So all those top teams coming out and doing what you figured they might do so far this evening. So they just put the 3 minutes back on the scoreboard for the teams to come out. Regina will be getting the football here to start the second half, excuse me. They currently lead 29-3. Regina's doing a good job of mixing up the run and the pass so far tonight. Like you talked about pre-game, I'd like to see Levi Quinlan touching the ball a little bit more. He's done that a few times here in the second half. Speedy kid, shifty kid. Kind of reminds me of Ross if you're a Wapello Indian. Kind of reminds me of a Ross kind of player. Built about the same, gets out in space really quick with the football.
Yeah, he actually kind of reminds me of the old Hawkeye Brandon Weger in the way he kind of is able to spurt out of tackles and has a lot of leg movement. But, you know, it's one of those things where if this does get out of control, a lot of the young guys will get to play from a Regina standpoint. You might see a Jack Tierney, you might see a Gentry Dumont, you might see, Gavin on offense. He's doing a great job on defense. And a host of other young Regals, in the event that the second half becomes a little tighter, you might see some switch on the game plan and see some of those hard runs by Coley, in the like. But again, I think you look in this game and you miss Wagner, you miss Keller and some of these other folks. But generally speaking, with the exception of Maloney, we've been able to stay healthy tonight. Again, our thoughts to Maloney on any recovery he may be facing.
Yeah, and it didn't look like he went to the locker room here at halftime. I don't know. Did you see if they took him off the field at all or anything? Or he might just be down there sitting on the bench.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes you get dinged up and have to figure it out after the fact.
So hopefully Danny Maloney's doing okay. And if it is an injury, hopefully it's just a couple weeks and not a season-ending kind of thing. So need to keep this guys as healthy as possible if we can. Especially going into, it's already the midpoint of the season. We got a shortened season this year. You never know if you're going to be playing week to week. So it's important to try to stay healthy and keep yourself healthy, not only on the football field, but outside the football field as well.
Yeah, I tell you what, Wapello's just got a host of good-looking athletes. Again, that Jake Gustafson did a couple really nice things early in the ball game. Tate Parsons has been a terrific game manager.
Hey, Bob, you can hear me in 4 seconds.
Game, and again, I see him breaking out a little bit here in the second half and trying to hit those receivers. Holmes especially. The other thing is on the line, watching Red Smith stretch out, we've done a relatively good job of keeping their line in check. But again, if Ashton gets outside of the pocket, those two big defensive ends have a real possibility to get a hold of him. And I know that's something Coach Cook was worried about coming into the contest.
So Regina's going to come out. They'll have their return team out on the field. A couple names we haven't called out that play the return team. Excuse me, for Regina. Jack Gedkin. Looks like Trent Gerard is out there. Adam Connell is out there. Jackson Hamilton out there as well. Levi Quinlan, Carson Jensen back deep for the Regals. Will be kicked off for the Indians by number 22, Hector Sabeda. Yeah, we're getting ready for football here in the second half.
Yeah, hats off to Hector on that field goal earlier. Halftime at Clear Creek, they're up 42-3 on Benton Community.
Wow. Cepeda puts his foot into a deep kick all the way to the 6-yard line. Jensen will take the ball. He's out across the 20, coming up the right-hand side. He gets outside, breaks one tackle, then he gets met by about 5 or 6 Wapello Indians at about the 36-yard line of Regina.
Yeah, great return by Carson Jensen. A lot of hard running. Didn't do a lot of juking, just went straight ahead down the home sideline right in front of the press box here.
So the Regals will be going left to right on your computer screen to start the third quarter. Ball's on the near hash mark here. They're going to send Shambles out to the right on the near side. Send Trips out to the left-hand side, far side of the field. The Ocoley left-hand pocket of Ashton Cook. Referee blows his whistle, put the ball in play. Cook takes the snap. It's a good snap. He looks to set up a screen to Coley. They got blockers out front. Oh, almost missed the block. Ross gets through, and we're going to have a penalty here. Is that a face mask or a hold on us?
I feel like that was a hold on us.
So we tried to set the screen up right there. We had some blockers out there, but number 14, Evan Ross, was able to shed his blocker and get through and kind of blow that play up a little bit. Didn't gain much.
Holding on that outside receiver.
So it's going to be a hold call about 5 yards into the run.
I like the play call. Screen.
So actually it's a block in the back. Was the initial indication there by the referee.
After the 10-yard penalty.
Yeah, some guy.
You can set first and 16.
All right, I think I got it figured out. I think it's my computer, Mike.
29-yard line.
What are you doing down there? What are you doing down there, I wonder? What are you doing down there? Nothing.
Went to see the doctor.
What are you doing? Did you went to see the doctor?
Oh, no, there I am talking.
Sure.
He sets his feet. He has a receiver out there. That's Blake Chambliss. Chambliss does a nice little nifty move across midfield all the way down to about the Indian 44-yard line. Good yards after the catch right there by Blake Chambliss.
Well, he just did a lot of soccer moves right there, and I think gained an additional 4 yards as a result.
Maybe his dad, Mark, taught him how to do some ballroom dancing, and he was using some of those moves or something.
I was impressed by that.
First down 10 for Regina. 10:44 left to go. Third quarter, ball at the Indian 43-yard line. 2 receivers each side. Coley the back in the backfield with Cook. He tries the hard count. Again, the Indians don't bite. Did look like one of their backers was thinking about blitzing right there. They'll move Coley to the right-hand side. 4-3 defense here for the Indians. Quick pass out. Again, this one dropped by Aitchison on the right-hand side.
No, that's Chambliss.
Chambliss again.
Yep. It was right to Chambliss and in and out of his hands, and he'd like to have that one back.
Yeah, that was a rifle shot, but right in the mitts, and Blake just couldn't haul it in. Second down 10 for Regina. Ball at the Indian 43-yard line. Same formation, 2 out to the left on the far side of the field, 2 here on the near side of the field. Coley directly behind Cook this time, shotgun formation. Cook takes the low snap. He's going to hand it to Coley. Coley finds a little seam off the left guard. He'll gain about 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, that was a nice block by Shetler. Right off of Shetler's right hip.
Caden Shetler, the left starting guard, number 75. Your starting lineman for the Regals tonight at right tackle, Josh Gaffey. Right guard is Aiden Udell. Your center is Jackson Marks. Left guard, Caden Shetler. And left tackle, Andrew Weiss. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Coley in the backfield. And we're getting a flag before the ball is snapped once again. I've never seen an umpire throw as many flags as this guy has tonight.
I don't like it. These kids have not had, it was a 3rd game, 4th game.
So they're going to call a false start against the Regals. So that'll back them up another 5. It's going to be about 3rd down and 12 now for the Regals.
I'm still convinced this crew doesn't work together. But again, I'll watch me stand corrected. But
there have been a lot of discussions tonight and not necessarily knowing where they want to spot the ball.
Right.
But at least they're out there doing it. We have a shortage of officials, so we need as many of the guys as we can get out there officiating ball games.
No, we appreciate them. We dearly appreciate them.
So 3rd down and 12 for Regina, ball at the 40-yard line, 45-yard line of the Indians. Snap. Ashton's going to roll to his left-hand side. He's got a receiver down. The receiver slips as he went to make a break. He had the defender beat as he came back to the ball, but looked like Wick slipped right there when he went to catch it, and it's going to be 4th down 12.
Again, more slipping. It's interesting coming into this. We were talking off the air about having no soccer this spring and how good the field is, how good a shape it is. And sometimes wonder if it's not beat down enough and you get slipping.
Regal's going to go for it here. 4th down and 12. And you might see a pooch bunt here by Cook. It wouldn't surprise me. Cook back in the now Coley comes up. Tight formation. He is. Cook pooch punts it. Nice kick. It's going to be down, rolling down towards the 10. It's going to get down to about the 13-yard line. Good punt there by Ashton Cook.
Yeah, and nice job out of Levi Quinlan for not touching it. He had kind of an odd angle where it might have hit him, and he got out of the way and watched it bounce the right way. So here we are on defense, Chad, and I, selfishly, I'd love to see another turnover, but at the same time, wonder if the Indian offense is going to diversify. Again, like we said, get to that second level, or again, one of those split screen type of passing plays where Tate Parsons gets out.
So the Wapello Indians have the ball on their own 13-yard line on the near hash mark. 2 receivers left, 2 far side of the field as well. 1 back to the right side of Parsons. He'll hand it to the back. The back has a ball wide open off the left-hand side, breaks 2 tackles, and then gets brought down. That's Gustafson. But Gustafson's going to have a 1st down right there after a good job of misdirection right there coming off the left-hand side.
Yeah, and again, we talked about it at halftime. Tackle by Alec Wick. I don't know how much I want Alec Wick tackling anybody right now. But at the same time, that 10th grader's a good-looking back.
So it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Wapello Indians. Ball out to the 25-yard line. 2 receivers right. Actually, Tripp's out to the right now. They send Ross over there as well. 1 to the left. Gustafson to the left side of Parsons. They're going to hand it to Gustafson. Gustafson tries to go off right tackle. Good block by the right-hand side of the line. He's got some running room out there. Gets to the wide side of the field. Picks up 8, maybe 9 yards.
Yeah, he wasn't going up and down right to left. He was going south to north on that play. But, man, he's quick.
8:57 left to go here, 3rd quarter. Is that Gustafson that's still down?
I sure hope not. That's a man down. He's not moving much.
Yeah, I think it looks like it's his ankle or knees, like on his knees, and he's pointing down to the back. And I think it was Gustafson because he just kind of coughed up the football right there. That would be a big loss for the Indians if he's out for any significant time here. So hopefully he's just got maybe the ankle rolled up on a little bit and can pop back up here soon. But he looks like he's not feeling the best at this point.
Yeah, that'd be a big dent to the Indian offense if he is unable to perform. Who's their other running back?
I would guess Ross would probably do a lot of the running. I know that Keaton McConaughey, number 26, has done some running for him as well this year, I believe.
Any emails?
Danny wants me to send the score into the home office, so I'm going to do that here real quick. So let's see if we had any emails come in. Again, thanks for all our listeners out there. Make sure you send us an email at the RegalCast at yahoo.com. We'll get your name on the air. Nothing new in here email-wise here, Ed.
No, I got Southeast Polk is up 14-7 on Valley at halftime.
So I was down on the computer there. It looks like Gustafson's cleared the field. Is he up and doing okay?
Well, looks like he's getting attended to behind the bench.
Is that where it is? Okay.
Yeah.
2nd and 2 on the 33.
So 2nd and 2 here for the Indians. It does look like Ross is the back in the backfield now. Trips out to the left-hand side. 8:54 left to go, third quarter. They're going to hand it to Ross. He breaks through the line, has one man to beat. Aitchison just trips him up, and it's a fumble. And I'm not sure who recovered it.
There is a fumble on the play.
And Wapello falls back on the ball. Big recover there by the Indians.
Yeah, I think the tackle was by
49-yard line.
Levi Quinlan, number 3. Or is it?
Well, Ross broke through the right-hand side of the line, and I thought he was going to be gone. And Sam Aitchison just caught his shoestring just enough to slow him down to allow Quinlan to come back from the back inside and tackle Ross right there.
Yep.
Touchdown-saving tackle.
Yeah.
So 1st down and 10 for the Indians. Ball at the Regina 49-yard line. They send one receiver right, one left. 2 backs in the backfield with Parsons in shotgun formation. He'll take the snap. He's going to hand it this time to McConaughey, I think that is. He busts straight up the gut all the way down to the 31-yard line of Regina.
Yeah, this Indian offensive line is getting off their blocks and moving our guys.
And the running backs are hitting the holes hard. That time it was McConaughey down to the 32-yard line. He was off to the races. 1st down and 10.
Yeah, they second half wake up here for the Indian offensive line. Again, a big group of fellas.
8:28 left to go here. Third quarter, Regina leads 29-3. 2 receivers left. 2 backs in the backfield. McConaughey behind Parsons. They'll hand it to McConaughey again. This time McConaughey's met by Aiden Udell and by number 77, Josh Gaffey, picks up maybe a half a yard on the carry.
Yeah, Udell was our leading tackler last year, and he may change jersey numbers every few weeks, but he's still the same result. He gets in there, gets his nose dirty, and makes the tackle.
Yeah, was a middle linebacker last year, playing nose guard this year in the 3-5 defense that the Regina Regals are playing here. 2nd down 9 for the Indians. Ball at the Regina 31-yard line, 7:50 ticking here in the third quarter. 12-7 Lisbon leads West Liberty to start the fourth. So that's a good test that we're going to have next week against the Lisbon team. Parson looks to go. He rolls out to the left-hand side, tries to hit Thomas as he comes out from the tight end position, just overthrows him a little bit. Incomplete pass, going to be 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, if Caden Thomas catches that ball, that would have been a big gainer.
3rd down and 9.
Columbus all over Highland, 42-14.
Oh, wow.
7:36 left to go here in the third quarter. 3rd down and 9. Clock stopped after the incomplete pass. The Indians sent 2 receivers out to the right-hand side. Mears one of those. 2 backs in the backfield. They'll hand it to McConaughey. McConaughey ahead of steam, straight up the gut once again, and he'll have the 1st down for the Indians. I tell you what, McConaughey puts his head down, and he still looks like a fullback running through there.
Yeah, there's a lot of fight with this Indian team. I mean, they're doing everything they can to get down there and score and get back into the ball game. West Des Moines Dowling is losing 27-14 at this hour.
Regina Backer's going to have to shore up the middle of the line right there, keep McConaughey from busting those long runs. 1st down and 10 for the Indians. Ball at the Regina 20-yard line. They hand it to McConaughey again. He's out across the 15, down to the 14-yard line, 6-yard gain by McConaughey.
I think our guys, our line's getting tired.
Here to the 14-yard line.
Our line's getting tired. Our defensive line's getting a little bit tired. You got
2nd and 5.
Udell, Shetler, Gaffey. Yeah, they got these backers need to fill in quicker.
2nd down and a long 4 yards here for the Indians. Ball at the Regina 14-yard line. They send trips to the left-hand side. One back, I believe that's Ross behind Parsons. It is. They hand it to Ross trying to go off right tackle. He's met right away, and he'll lose about 2 yards on the carry.
Who was that? Was that Aiden Udell again?
I think it was Udell again.
Man,
He just
man.
met him in the backfield right after the handoff.
I want whatever he eats for breakfast. I got to tell you what, I love watching that kid play.
3rd down, 7 for the Indians. Ball back at the Regina 16-yard line. Wapello needs to tack on a touchdown right here to get back in the football game as they're down 29-3 with 6:05 left to go in the third quarter. Parsons brings the play into the huddle. They'll split the trips out to the left-hand side again. One back in the backfield, Ross. They send him in motion. And we're going to have a timeout called here by Wapello before the snap.
That was a stunt. You could start to see the backers. I just said the backers need to fill in. Well, the backers were about ready to start a stunt, and that was enough to spook Wapello into a timeout. And there also might have been a clock issue. I don't know if they had enough on the play clock. But that being said, getting those backers to fill in the gaps is going to be helpful. You see Wapello continuing to want to run the football. They kind of go with their bread and butter. They have a couple incomplete passes here in this series, and really only 2 or 3 complete passes throughout the whole game. If Wapello wants to get back into it, they're going to have to find that pass game in order to be where they need to be.
Some scores: Winfield Mount Union 28, Iowa Valley 6 in the fourth quarter. Springville 22, Easton Valley 49 at 10:19 left in the third. West Waterloo East defeats Decorah 8-7. Mason City leads Boone 20-0. Waco over Moravia 38-7. West Lyon leads Unity Christian in a tight ball game 21-14. Lennox leads Bedford 20-6. Cheriton and Clark are tied at 7. Prairie City Monroe leads Sadell 49-0. Your RegalCast sponsors Bankers Trust and Bankers Advertising and True Art, Chris Shooter Lehman, LKR Realtors, OBGYN Associates and Radiance Medical Spa, the Jill Armstrong Realty Team, JNS Express, Town Crest Pharmacy, Hertine and Stocker Jewelers, Sinclair, Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning, Midtown Family Restaurant, North Dodge Express, Beaver Heating and Air, the Regina Athletic Boosters, JJ Nichting, and Iowa City Break.
And for our Indian Cast friends in Wapello, State Bank of Wapello, Moore Plumbing and HVAC, Community Bank, Ernest Insurance Agency, the Wapello Athletic Boosters, Louisa Communications, Julie Rossiter Realty and Associates, and the Wapello Nursing and Rehab Center. And thank you very much to our Indian Cast friends and our Wapello friends for allowing us to do a simulcast. And fans continue to stay in the stands on the Wapello side. Nobody's going anywhere.
Third down and 9. They take the snap. They're going to hand it to McConaughey straight at the middle. He'll bowl forward close to another first down. It's going to be short. I think it'll be 4th and short for the Indians. Ball just inside the Regina 10-yard line.
They're eating up a lot of third quarter clock here, Chad.
I tell you what, McConaughey's getting 5, 6, 7, 8 yards every carry. He's just putting his head down and going. The middle of the Wapello line is just splitting our backers, and they're getting big yards up the gut.
Yeah, he does not spell his name like the actor.
No, he doesn't.
It's a different spelling.
4th down and 1 for the Indians. They send trips to the left. Again, it's Ross in the backfield, this time with Parsons. They try a hard snap. Going to have a flag here. We're going to have a movement, I believe, by the Indians. This is going to push them back another 5 yards. Going to make it 4th down and 6. No, we have offsides on Regina. That'll give an automatic first down to the Wapello Indians. I'm not sure who did that.
I don't either. And there's a lot of laundry, a lot of penalties.
Jack Tierney now runs in. He'll spell Carson Jensen here on goal line defense for Regina. Ball's going to be placed at the 5-yard line.
Have we called his number all day? Has he been in at all?
He has been in one other defensive series I saw him in.
Okay.
Excuse me. First down 10 for the Wapello Indians. Ball at the Regina 5-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 2 backs in the backfield with Parsons. He'll hand it to McConaughey. This time McConaughey smoked in the backfield once again. I believe that might be Andrew Weiss. Nope, Josh Gaffey that time that came through. Yep, Josh Gaffey.
He shot the gap right there. Nice shot out of Gaffey.
So 2nd down goal now for the Indians. Ball pushed back to the 7-yard line. 4:36 left to go, third quarter. Regina up 29-3.
That Gaffey tackle looked like a wrestling move. I mean, he just sat there and went for it.
So he went out for basketball last year, not wrestling, which surprised the heck out of me.
Yeah, he's tall.
He's a big dude.
He is a big dude.
He played basketball like a wrestler, let me tell you.
I like it.
He would throw some weight around.
He got 5 fouls for a reason.
2 receivers left, 1 out to the right. They're going to try to pass. Parsons tries to get it to Thomas off the line right there. We almost could have had an interception, but incomplete pass going to be 3rd down.
You know, they needed that. Indians needed that.
So 3rd down and goal. Ball at the 7-yard line for the Indians. They're almost trying to send Thomas out to the to the sideline on some of those routes. I don't know why they just don't run him on a slant to the middle of our field, because our backers are sucking up, trying to stop McConaughey. The middle of the field's wide open.
And he's a big dude.
And he's a big dude. Just throw it up there and let him get it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hopefully their coaching staff's not listening to us right now.
Well, that's okay. I mean, everybody's got an opinion. And
yeah, ours is probably not the right one.
That's about right.
One receiver right, one left. Two backs in the backfield. McConaughey behind Parsons. Going to have a timeout called by Regina. Coach Dumont didn't like something he saw there with the offensive setup. So 3rd down and goal. Ball at the 7. We'll bring it back to the sidelines again. One other score in. Maquoketa Valley 22, Northland 19.
Mm-hmm.
So game set here for you. 4:06 left to go, 3rd quarter. 3rd down goal for the Wapello Indians. Ball's on the 7-yard line of Regina. Regina leads the ball game 29-3. No scoring so far here in the second half.
No, and they've eaten up a lot of clock. I mean, the whole 3rd quarter has been dominated by some stalemate series here. You look at these two teams, and they match up well. I just think we've taken advantage of opportunities. You think about it in the first part of the game when the interception to our defensive lineman and some other inopportune turnovers, and that's really kind of the story of the game to get us to the score.
So both teams in the timeout here. Coach Dumont didn't like something he saw coming into that formation there by the Wapello Indians. So it's going to be 3rd down and goal. The Indians back out onto the field. Here come the Regals. They'll take the field again as well. Danny Gavin out there is one of the backers. Jackson Marks, Blake Shambles out there as well. Ball on the far hash mark. Trips out to the left-hand side. Ross behind Parsons in the shotgun formation. They'll split Ross out. They're looking to pass at the goal line. Him nothing there. Parsons looking for a guy. He's got him in the end zone. And it's an incomplete pass. No, they call it a touchdown.
Now, that was interesting. The quarterback actually pointed at the tight end and threw it right to him.
Was that to Thomas? I couldn't tell who it was to.
I think it was 44 Thomas.
Was it Thomas?
Yeah.
So it was a touchdown pass there by Parsons. I think it was Thomas with the touchdown pass.
Yeah.
So 7-yard touchdown pass by Thomas. Zepeda will try to put a extra point on the board here.
The kicker's good.
3:57 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Good snap. Zepeda, fumbled the snap. He'll try to throw it. Ball batted down. And it's going to be no good on the extra point. So your score is going to stay 29-9. Regina leads this ball game. Good snap. The holder just had a hard time. You know, there's dew on the field out there, and I think he might have just had the ball slip through his hands. I was down on the field beforehand, like you said. It's a fast track. Grass is really short. I think you get a little dew on it if these cleats aren't long enough. We've seen some slippage so.
You don't really see 29-9 very often.
Not very often.
It's a very odd score any way you look at it. But again, that was kind of a neat pass out of Parsons to the tight end Caden Thomas. He basically pointed to him in the corner of an end zone, and he came off the defender, touched the part of the pylon, and touchdown as a result.
Regina was bringing pressure there. He had rolled all the way to the far right sideline, and is going to have to do something with the football. I didn't know if he was going to throw it away, but then he found Thomas late.
I'd keep throwing to him. That's what I would do.
So 29-9, Regina leads this ball game. 3:57 left to go. Regina needs to come put some points on the board here this possession. Zepeda approaches the football. He's going to put his foot into it. This one's a little bit shorter kick. It's going to bounce at about the 20-yard line. The Regina receiver falls down, and Levi Quinlan just has to fall on the football at about the 14-yard line.
Boy, it is wet.
It is, because Quinlan slipped when he tried to go after the ball right there. That's one of those tough kicks where it's in between guys, and if you let that thing bounce on the ground, it's a real danger for the receiving team.
Yeah, I'm going to sound like an old man here, but I remember back in the day when the cleats were screw ends, and
you could change them out.
Yeah. Now it's all molded. I'm wondering if these molded cleats are causing people to slip all over the place. You remember you used to screw them in, or even have metal tips on them.
Yep. So it's going to be first down. Did we have a penalty here, or a penalty against Regina somehow?
What?
Because they're backing us up all the way back to the 7-yard. They called a hold on Regina, I guess, somehow. You don't see a hold called on the kickoff very often on the offensive side of the team. 1st and 10, Regina ball at their own 7-yard line. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Coley in the backfield with Ashton Cook. Puts a man in motion. That's Alec Wick. He runs behind. They're going to hand it to Theo Coley, who's got a seam up the middle. Coley out to the 20-yard line and out to the 21-yard line. And another penalty flag on the field.
What could that possibly be?
Let's leave the flags in the pot. And it's the umpire again. I swear the umpire has thrown so many flags tonight. I never see this.
What is this?
And so I'm not sure. I think they're backing Regina up again.
Is it a hold? Tell me it's got to be a hold. And
so the referee's coming over. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Regina. So I don't know if they called somebody for a late hit after Coley was down or what it was, but that's going to back Regina up again after the first, and still be first down because it was a first down carry.
Well, just from up here, just to be clear with our listening audience, we didn't see anything demonstrative. We did not see anything after the play. It wasn't something that was obvious to us up here, so it clearly must have been a ground level, pile-up level type of thing. Unsportsmanlike conduct. And the other thing to keep in mind is maybe it's somebody's running their mouth down there. There could be a little of that going on. That's never happened before.
No, never. So the unsportsmanlike penalty is going to back Regina up. The umpire doesn't know where to spot the football.
No. One thing about Marv is that he does not like the unsportsmanlike stuff.
No. And I agree with that. I mean, that's uncalled for.
Marv puts up with a lot of things, but unsportsmanlike's not one of them.
So they're going to put the ball at the 10-yard line. So they're going to say it's first down and 7 yards to go. What the chain say? I don't understand. Okay, it's first down and 10, ball at the 10-yard line. Oh, my. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Cook in the shotgun formation. He'll drop back to pass. He's looking deep for Alec Wick. Ball's going to be overthrown right here.
Yeah. I'm getting a message that the YouTube feed has stopped, so the audience can still hear us. I don't know if you want to send.
I'll go ahead and send Brandon a message here.
Okay.
If you want to chat for a second.
Yeah, not a problem. So we got 2nd down and 10, and we are on our own 10-yard line. 1 back in the backfield, motion behind the quarterback. Pitch out. Wick to the sideline. Gain of about 9.
Oh, right there. That should have been unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 10 took Gaffey to the ground.
Yep. Here, now they're getting a little choppy.
Little chippy out there on both sides.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they're calling this one on the Indians, but
I wouldn't assume anything at this
that's
point.
true. That's true.
I wouldn't assume anything. Now you see Eddie down there. No, that was you got Mitchell down there telling Gaffey to.
Nope, they called it on the Regals.
Holy cow.
Oh, I think he pointed the wrong way. He did. The referee pointed the wrong way. So what happened at the end of the play there is Josh Gaffey, one of the offensive linemen for the Regals, was blocking through the end of the play, and then they blew the whistle, and I believe it was number 10, Jordan Paris for Indians, just kept pulling him all the way to the ground pretty aggressively, and they called that for a personal foul. So lots of flags here to start here in the third quarter. 3:33 left to go, third quarter. Regina leads 29-9. Regina now has the ball at their own 35-yard line, ball on the near hash mark. They've got 1 receiver, Alec Wick, along with Sam Aitchison, 2 receivers out to the left. Carson Jensen, Levi Coleman out to the right. Theo Coley in the backfield with Ashton Cook. Cook still in shotgun formation. To Sam Aitchison. Aitchison has it across midfield all the way down to the Indian 47-yard line.
Nice slant by Aitchison. Nice catch, reeling it in, tucking the ball just like you want him to for the first down. Chains are moving. And again, a shout out to the best chain crew in all of Eastern Iowa. We got Leo Fernandez. We got James Lucina, we've got John Crane, and, of course, Walt Malley.
So bring the blitz right there for the Indians. Ashton reads it, quick slant to Aitchison. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Coley in the backfield. They hand it to Theo. Theo tries to cut off the left-hand side, and he's met by 2 or 3 Wapello Indians for about a 2-yard loss.
Yep, that's at
led there by number 66, Rhett Smith, once again.
Yep, 76, Brantley Palmer, the senior 230-pounder. Both those guys were in on that one.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 10. They called it right at the same line of scrimmage. Ball at the 47-yard line of the Indians. 2:23 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Regina leads 29-9. 2 receivers out to the right. 1 receiver to the left, that's Wick. He goes in motion. They're going to fake hand it to him. They've done a little screen out to Coley now left side. Coley breaks it out to the left sideline. He'll have about 6 or 7 yards before he's pushed out of bounds.
I'd say that was about a gain of 7. I really like this motion where they go behind the quarterback. I like that a lot.
So they only gave him 5. He must have stepped out of bounds earlier than we had thought. So 3rd down 5 now for Regina. Ball at about the 43-yard line of Wapello. 2:06 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Regina comes with trips out to the right-hand side. 1 receiver, Wick, to the left-hand side. Ball's on the far hash mark. Cook looks over the defense. 4-3 defense. They bring just the 4. Cook rolls out to the right. He's got a receiver, Levi Quinlan, out to the right-hand side. He catches the ball at about the 33-yard line and gets driven out of bounds. It's going to be another 1st down for Regina.
Yeah, good play, good execution, good throw. Now, I keep thinking about, Chad, if we could get Ashton to not be thrown against his body. We can just get him in a setup where he rolls out to the left side instead of the right side. You've got 3 receivers set on the left side.
Yeah, so the left side's now the long side of the field. So trips out to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Coley right behind Cook in formation. They looked like they were going to be bringing a blitz again that time. They back out of it. We'll see if they bring it again once Ashton Cook resets the offense here. Cook taking a while to look at the sideline. Now he moves Coley to his left-hand side. Time ticking down. Cook takes the snap. Middle of the field is open. He tries to fade out to Levi Quinlan down the right-hand side. Ball knocked away at the last second right there by number 26, Caton McConaughey. He knocked the ball out right at the last second, or that was going to be another Regina touchdown.
Yeah, in fairness, I think Levi pushed off on the defensive back.
I think so as well.
Yeah, he pushed off a little bit. Didn't get called, ironically. And again, just incomplete pass, but yeah, that would have been another touchdown.
I think Sam Aitchison was open down the middle of the field again that time, too. I think Ash just missed him. 2 receivers right to the left. Ashton with the back in the backfield. They'll take a low snap. They'll hand it to Theo Coley. Coley off the right tackle, runs into 2 defenders. This time, first defender that hit him was Owen Hausman, number 68. And he gains maybe 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down and long for the Regals.
So 66, 68, and 76 make up those big defensive linemen for the Indians.
54 seconds left to go, 3rd quarter, 3rd down and 8. Ball at the Wapello 31-yard line. Regina with a 29-9 lead. They sent 2 receivers left. Quinlan out to the right. Sam Aitchison in the slot, right-hand side. He'll look to pass right side. He's got Aitchison down there. Aitchison goes to the ground to catch the football. Actually, that's Quinlan goes down to catch it at the 21-yard line. That'll be another Regina 1st down.
Yeah, nice catch by Quinlan. Again, I've been keying on him all game. Just get him the ball in different ways. Diversify. Levi Quinlan. You do not see him in the backfield, Chad.
No, which he was there quite a bit last year.
He was, and that's just perplexing to me. But again, they don't pay you and I, Chad, to make these calls.
So that's going to be the end of our 3rd quarter. The Regals are going to let the clock wind down. 15 seconds left to go here. So after 3 quarters of play, it's going to be 29-9. Regina leading this ball game, and they'll have it 1st down and 10 at the Wapello Indian 21-yard line when we come out of this break. A few scores rolling in here. Dunkerton leads Rockford 28-26. Wapsie Valley comes from an 8-0 deficit to down Starmont 28-8. Grundy Center leads Linville Sully 58-0 at the start of the 3rd. Edco leads East Buchanan 20-8. Sigourney Keota defeats Van Buren 48-13. Denver leading Jessup 21-0. Sumner Fredericksburg leads Osage 13-8. Hudson leads East Marshall 14-0. Marion leading Clinton 39-0. Pella leads North Polk 35-0. The rest are some baseball scores there. Cubs leads the Twins 1-0 in the seventh.
Yeah, go Cubbies. I got some Twins fans that are listeners. I know we've got some fans from Minnesota. We've had some people that have emailed and called that have been from Minnesota or in and around Minnesota.
So don't forget, you can go to the RegalCast@yahoo.com or the RegalCast.com. Send us an email, let you know where you're listening in from. Corey Bonnet listening in tonight to the RegalCast as well. So thanks for listening in, Corey. Appreciate that. Appreciate everybody that's listening in from the RegalCast and the Indian Cast. Again, RegalCast sponsors Bankers Advertising and True Art, Chris Shooter-Lehman, LKR Realtors, OBGYN Associates and Radiance Medical Spa, the Jill Armstrong Realty Team, JNS Express, Towncrest Pharmacy, Bertine and Stocker Jewelers, Sinclair, Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning, Midtown Family Restaurant, North Dodge Express, Beaver Heating and Air, the Regina Athletic Boosters, JJ Nichting, and Iowa City Break.
And from the Indian Cast, the Wapello Nursing and Rehab Center, Julie Rossiter Realty and Associates of Wapello, Louisa Communications, the Wapello Athletic Booster Club, Ernest Insurance Agency, Community Bank in Wapello, Moore Plumbing and HVAC in Wapello, and the State Bank of Wapello. Again, thank you for everybody allowing us to simulcast this ball game for the Regal fans and for the Indian fans here in the great state of Iowa.
So first down 10 for Regina, ball at the Wapello 21-yard line. Trips out to the left-hand side, one receiver to the right. Ball on the far hash mark. We have another flag by the umpire before the ball was snapped.
Motion on the offense, 5-yard penalty, repeat the down.
That's what it's going to be. That's what it's been all night when he's been throwing the flag.
You betcha.
That's what it is. False start by Regina. That'll back them up 5. It'll be first down 15, ball at the 26-yard line now for the Regals.
Yeah, Chad, you and I are going to have fun tonight watching this thing on our huddle.
Anthony Kamani comes in to spell Andrew Weiss here for a moment.
Anthony. Yeah, Anthony, good to see you, buddy.
First time he's been in the ball game that I can recall so far this evening.
I think you're correct. I love it.
Big junior for the Regals. He'll be playing left guard. Caden Shetler will move out to the left tackle.
All right, Caden.
First down, 15. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Coley's going to take the ball in the middle of the field. He's got a little seam. He breaks it up. Little fancy footwork there and gains close to 10 yards.
Yeah, and Caden Shetler just absolutely mauled some linebacker, allowing for the run to result in, 5 yards?
Actually, it was about 10 yards because it was first and 15 or 16.
That's right. 10 yards. Good job out of Shetler.
So going to be second down and 5 here for Regina. Ball at the 16-yard line of the Wapello Indians. 11:32 left to go in our ball game. Regina leads 29-9. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Coley in the backfield. Hard count, doesn't draw. I think this is the first team I've seen in a while where Regina hasn't been able to draw them off sides on the hard count.
Yeah, it's disciplined Indians. Very disciplined Wapello defense.
Coley now moves to the right-hand hip pocket of Cook. Cook looks over the defense, takes the snap. He's looking at his left-hand side. He's got a receiver out there, throws a little low, but Wick goes down and gets it. Makes a nifty move, makes one guy miss, spin move down to about the 6-yard line, and that's going to be a first down for Regina.
You know, sometimes Alec Wicks looks like he's on a surfboard when he's out there. I mean, it's like anything else. He's just kind of moving. His body's moving, and his feet are moving at the same time. But unbelievable. Obviously, he just makes people miss.
First down goal for Regina. Ball at the 6-yard line of the Wapello Indians. Ball in the near hash mark. Tight trips to the right side, one tight guy to the left side. They're going to try to spread it out to the right-hand side to Coley. Coley's got a little seam. He's trying to go to the corner of the end zone. Theo Coley, 6-yard touchdown run, Regina.
That was a track meet. Theo is exceptionally fast, and he used every kind of speed he had, every gear he had to get around the corner for the Regal touchdown. A nice job out of Theo. And is that 4 touchdowns on the night?
So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdowns on the night. Another 4-touchdown game for Theo Coley.
Right. That ties, I believe that ties the record. And again, I'm sorry, that ties his effort from last week. The record, I believe, is 5.
So Wick will come in to try the extra point here for the Regals. 10:42 left to go. He'll try to tack on one more for Regina. Ashton Cook, your holder. Jackson Marks, your long snapper. Good snap. Down. Kick is up. And it is good. So with 10:42 left to go in the third quarter, Regina leads the ball game 36-9. Send this into the home office here.
And away we go with 10:42 left to go in the game. Big question, I think, is going to be, do we get some of the young guys in here? This has been a pretty good physical battle. Very good lines from the Wapello side. Regina's been able to take advantage of speed and quickness, and it's resulted in a little bit of a deficit of a score. But will there be some of the young guys coming in? Certainly love to see them, especially on the offensive side of the ball. You think about backup quarterback Jack Tierney and Gentry Dumont. Think about some of the running backs. Typically, you'd move Gavin from linebacker to a running back position. Possibly even see some of our sophomore linemen who've done such a great job on the JV front and see them in the ball game as well. So time will tell. No quit out of the Indians. They are going to continue to fight through the remainder of the 10 minutes, and so it's all good so far.
Do see one new face out there for the Regals on kick coverage, this time number 25 senior Seth Lenz now out there on kickoff coverage. Andrew Denninger to kick off for the Regals. Hopefully, Gustafson usually back deep here for the Indians. Hopefully he's doing okay. Ball caught right there by number 10, Jordan Paris, but he put his knee down when he caught the football, so he's going to be down automatically.
I don't think he meant to do that.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, that happens.
So the ball's going to be down at pretty close to the Wapello 10-yard line here. They actually mark it at the 11. So 1st and 10, Wapello. Ball at their own 11-yard line. 10:41 left to go here in our ball game. Regina leads 36-9. Danny Gavin comes in for Marks now at the backer position on defense. Looks like otherwise we got pretty much our starting defense out there. Jack Tierney is out there at one of the safety spots. So
Aitchison's still in.
Yep, 2 receivers right, 2 left. Carson's by himself in the background. No, he's not. He's got a back there. He's just hiding. Oh, Ross gets smoked from the backside right there. That was Danny Gavin, I think, hitting him from the backside.
Yeah, nice job by Danny Gavin. Danny Gavin's got defensive quickness. He'll get to the ball. He's a ball hound.
So it's going to be, he did gain about 2 yards there.
Or was that Blake? Was that
I think it was Gavin. Shambles was right by him, but I think Gavin made the actual tackle from behind. Anthony Kamani now runs in to play some D-line here for the Regals. Going to be 2nd down and 8 for the Indians. Ball at the Wapello 13-yard line here on the near hash mark. 10 minutes left to go in our ball game. They send one receiver out to the left-hand side. That's Elijah Belzer. One receiver out to the right. They're looking to the receiver out to the right. Ooh, pass just a little bit behind number 6, Griffin Mears right there. Incomplete pass, going to be 3rd down and 8.
3rd down and 8. This is an opportunity to pin your ears. Regal defense. Now, the Indians have got to pass here. I mean, it's kind of one of those things. Will they go back to that screen?
They should try to go back to trying to find Thomas over the middle, I think. He's a big receiver, and our D-backs, our 2 safeties, are not very tall guys, so I think they could probably exploit that if they wanted to. Parsons gets the play on the sideline, runs it back into his huddle. 9:53 left to go. Clock stopped after the incomplete pass. 3rd down and 8. They send Mears out to the left. This time they send Thomas out to the right-hand side with Trips out to the right. He's the lead of that. They're trying to get it out to the Thomas on the right-hand side, and they had 2 receivers kind of in the same spot. Belzer and Thomas were kind of in the same spot right there, and pass was incomplete from Parsons.
Yeah, that might have been a miscommunication on what route to run for the 2 receivers for the Indians.
4th down and 8 here. Ball at the Wapello's own 13-yard line. So they will be looking to punt the football right here. Owen Hausman comes out to punt the football for the Indians. Back deep for the Regals, we got dual backs back there. You got Jack Tierney and number 3, Levi Quinlan. Hausman's going to be standing in his own end zone for this punt. Low snap. He has to scoop it up and does. Good job getting the punt off. It's out to about the 35-yard line, and then it rolls backwards 1. It's going to be down at the 36-yard line. Regals going to have great field position here, Ed.
They will, but boy, I'm saying that punt almost hit Blake Shambles.
It did. They were yelling Peter, and he tried to sprint to the sideline, but it still almost came and hit him.
Oh, I hate it when that happens. All of a sudden you sit there and you look up and you can't find the ball, and you're worried you're going to be the guy who hits you and bounces off, and then they get the ball and that type of thing. So even with 9 minutes left to go and a almost 30-point lead, we still have Ashton Cook in the ball game. I suspect if we score again, that'll be the end of his Friday night performance.
I would agree. First down, 10 for the Regals. Ball on the far hash mark on their 36-yard line of the Indians. Send 2 receivers right, 2 left, both of them tight to the line. One back, Coley in the backfield. They'll split them out. They'll pass out of the backfield. They get it to Coley. He gets out to the left edge, gets to the sideline, gets pushed out of bounds that time by Ross. He's going to gain almost 9 yards on the play.
Yep. Yeah.
So second down and 1 here for Regina. Ball at the Indian 27-yard line. It's on the near hash mark. Regals send trips out to the right-hand side. Wick on the left.
Look for Aitchison here.
One back in the backfield, Coley again. Hard count, nothing jumps. Got Aitchison, Quinlan, and Carson Jensen out to the right-hand side for the Regals. Wick on the near side. Ashton looks it over, takes the snap. Good snap. He's looking for Wick down the sideline. Wick over the head. Makes a one-handed grab with his left hand, and they're going to call him for offensive pass interference.
Oh, please tell me that's not offensive.
That's what's going to happen.
Oh.
Ashton, I mean, he pushed off a little bit, it looked like, and they're going to call it after he makes a one-handed catch.
Oh, man, that was a basketball out-of-bounds grab. Oh, don't call that, please.
Too many flags, guys. Too many flags. Oh, they called it on the deep. One back in the backfield, Coley again. Hard count, nothing jumps. Got Aitchison, Quinlan, and Carson Jensen out to the right-hand side for the Regals. Send 2 receivers right, 2 left, both of them tight to the line. One back, Coley in the backfield. They'll split them out. They'll pass out of the backfield. They get it to Coley. He gets out to the left edge. One back in the backfield, Coley again. Hard count, nothing jumps. Got Aitchison, Quinlan, and Carson Jensen out to the right-hand side for the Regals. Wick on the near side. Ashton looks it over, takes the snap. Good snap. He's looking for Wick down the sideline. Wick over the head. Makes a one-handed grab with his left hand, and they're going to call him for offensive pass interference.
Oh, please tell me that's not offensive.
That's what's going to happen.
Oh.
.26 left to go in our ball game from Iowa City. Got a couple new Regals out there on kick coverage. Hey, my kid, number 26, Andrew Triplett out there on kick coverage, along with Seth Lenz is out there. Jackson Hamilton's out there. Jack Tierney's out there. I thought I saw one other number that I hadn't seen yet before.
I got my eye on that Triplett kid. I got to be honest
Oh, 83, Gabe Graff out there as well.
that Triplett kid's got a really nice mother. I do know that.
Father has something to be
I don't know
something to be said about that guy,
I
though.
don't know where that guy's at.
So Regals lead 9:26 left to go in our ball game, 43-9. After a penalty here too, because Denninger's kicking off from the 50-yard line, or 45 of Wapello. I don't know what happened with the penalty there. I didn't see it. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wapello Indians from their own 20-yard line here. Jackson Mills now coming in for the Regals, along with number 43, Carson Irving, another new player out there for Regina on defense. So some new defensive linemen. Jackson Hamilton now going to come in to play linebacker.
Yep.
Jack Gedkin as well.
Gedkin 47.
He is.
Yep. Good. He's a senior.
Yes, he
All
is.
right, get him in there.
We have enough guys out there.
Yeah, get him in there.
2 receivers out to the right, 2 backs in the backfield with Parsons. He's going to hand it off to a receiver. You have a dead ball beforehand. Another flag, apparently.
You got to put the flags in your pocket.
I'm not sure they threw a flag. I think they just blew it dead before. I didn't see any laundry on the field, but
Timeout.
oh, they
Regina.
called a timeout Regina beforehand. I'm not sure we had 11 guys out there, and that might be why we called the timeout. I didn't get a chance to count them, but
Yeah. You can see Mitchell and Dumont conversing about it. That was it. this is what happens when you move in personnel.
Yep,
You put
yep.
the sophomores in, you put in some of the kids that maybe don't play as much and that type of thing. But yeah, you got to keep them motivated. It's a learning moment, and and then of course this gives the Indians a chance to reset themselves a little bit and see if they can't get down the field and that type of thing. This will be interesting in district play. Who do we play next week? Lisbon?
Lisbon, yeah. And they were beating West Liberty the last I saw tonight, and they're undefeated on the season. So
And Lisbon
that could be for the
out.
district.
Lisbon started out the year beating Belle Plaine, did they not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're typically, wrestling school. Football is usually not their thing, but this year they must have the right bench of athletes to get her done.
Yeah, well, good for them. I like that. I like that. Are they ranked?
Yes, they are. They were ranked, I believe, 7th in the poll this week. So
Yeah.
it'll be a top 10 matchup next week when the Regals host Lisbon. What's Lisbon's mascot? I don't know off the top of my head.
Couldn't tell you. I'm not even going to try to make it up. If you have any listeners that know the Lisbon mascot, please let us know.
All right, Regals come out now to play defense. Going to be first down and 10, ball at the 20-yard line. One receiver right, one left for the Indians. Two backs in the backfield. Going to have McConaughey. They're going to hand it to McConaughey. Comes off right tackle. Jack Gedkin right there to make the tackle after about a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, great to see the senior in the action. He scored a touchdown last week at North Cedar.
Seth Lenz now in to play one of the defensive backfield positions for the Regals. 9:07 clock ticking here. Parsons will bring in the play. They'll split two receivers out to the right-hand side. Nobody out to the left. Thomas, the tight end, on the left-hand side. Again, two backs in the backfield. Hand it to McConaughey once again. And again, he's met by Jackson Hamilton after about a 1-yard gain. Great tackle by Hamilton right down around the legs.
Yeah, Hamilton keeps getting better and better.
Actually, that was Carter Rios, I think.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think it was Carter Rios.
Okay.
It was either Hamilton or Rios. I saw 4. I couldn't tell which one actually made the tackle. We'll give them both credit.
There you go.
Gabe Graff now back in as a defensive backfield for Regina as well. Third down and a long 3, maybe 4 yards here to go for the Indians. 8:20 and counting. 43-9 Regina. Carson brings him to the line. McConaughey in the backfield. They send Mears out to the right-hand side. One receiver, Belzer, out to the right-hand side. They're going to spin it back, and Parson looks to throw. He rolls out to his left. He's got a receiver over the middle of the field. That's Thomas. Thomas with a big catch out to the 45-yard line before Jack Tierney can bring him down. I'm not sure why they haven't been doing that more tonight.
You just took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, I got to be honest with you. He threw a bullet to him, and I think there's been lost opportunity on that play throughout the ballgame.
And this is what I saw when they played Mediapolis. I saw Parsons getting out of the pocket and throwing on the run a lot and being very effective at it, and they haven't done that near as much tonight as I expected.
No, maybe that early interception counts for something like that.
Now he rolls out to the right-hand side. He's got it back out of the backfield and makes the catch. That's going to be number 4. That's Ely. Ely down the right-hand sideline. He'll have another Wapello first down out to about the Regina 35-yard line.
Now, look at the lineman. Has Wapello, has Wapello changed out lineman?
I don't think so. I think they still have their starting unit in there.
Okay.
7:40 left to go in the ball game. Clock stop. Yeah, they still have their
Yeah, I
starting
got the big
unit
dudes.
in there. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
So 2 receivers to the left. One back, McConaughey behind Parsons. They'll hand it to McConaughey over the right tackle. He's got a little running room. Gets tripped up by Jack Tierney, but gains 9 yards on the carry.
Yeah, we put our young guys in, so this is a good matchup for them.
Know what to expect next year when some of those seniors ahead of you are gone. 54, Adam Connell now in playing linebacker as well for the Regals.
Yeah, O'Connell's boy.
Second down and 1. Ball at the Regina 26-yard line. 7:10 left to go. Fourth quarter. Regina up 43-9. Tight side on the left-hand side. 2 receivers, 3 receivers out to the right. One man in motion to McConaughey. They're going to fake it to McConaughey. No, they pitch to McConaughey. Good job setting the edge there by Regina. Pushes him back inside. He's going to get the first down all the way down inside the Regina 20-yard line. So it's going to be inside the red zone here for the Wapello Indians. First down and 10. Ball at the Regina 17-yard line. Trent Gerard now playing backer for the Regals as well. So Regals pretty much have a full host crew out there that hasn't played all night long. Good to see them get some action.
Yeah, I love it. I love the idea of that depth getting action. Plus, it keeps the kids motivated during practice in the coming weeks. And then not only that, but during the film sessions, that gives them an opportunity to see themselves, and study the film and that type of thing. That's something this coaching staff just does a great job of, is breaking down the huddle film and, making sure the kids make the corrections and all the different plays and, grade them out properly and get them to understand the maturation process of the season. Think about Lisbon, Columbus Junction, Highland. Got some contests coming down the pike, and you want to be healthy, Chad, going into the playoffs scenario too. So in a COVID world, every single one of these games is just a blessing, and we've been lucky all the way around, starting off with Pleasant Valley and coming in tonight.
So next week the Regals will host Lisbon. It might be the Lisbon Lions. I can't remember.
I think you're right. I think was Royce Alger a Lisbon Lion?
I think so. So I think they'll host Lisbon, who's last we heard was beating West Liberty tonight, and that'll be probably for the district title. And then, according to my schedule here, Wapello will go on the road to Columbus next week, who was beating up on Highland last time I saw a score come through as well. So 6:52 left to go here, 43-9 score for Regina. Let me start reading some sponsors here while we're waiting. Bankers Advertising and True Art is proud to sponsor the RegalCast and all Regina athletes. For printing and promotional advertising, contact Bob Squires at Bankers Advertising and True Art. Go Regals. Chris Shooter-Lehman with Coldwell Banker Real Estate Professionals is here for all your real estate needs in Iowa City and surrounding area. LKR Realtors is proud to sponsor the RegalCast. Let LKR Realtors open doors for you and your family. Wishing the best of luck to Regina and proud to support the athletes and students. They split trips out to the right-hand side for the Indians. First down 10 at the 17. They move a man in motion. They fake it to him. They're going to go over the middle of the field. They look for Thomas. Thomas has it, and I think we're going to have a pass interference call on Jack Tierney, but it doesn't matter. Thomas caught the touchdown pass.
Yeah, that'll be declined. The ball was actually thrown behind Thomas. He grabbed it, whipped around, and Tierney committed the infraction. It'll be declined regardless.
That's just a case of a bigger guy just exploiting some young, smaller kids out there. And even our starting D-backs are smaller. I think they should have been doing this more all night long.
Yeah, I think when they look back, 6 minutes left to go. The game's kind of been decided, and this tight end's a good-looking kid.
Yes, he is. 6:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. Zepeda's kick is up, and it looks good from here. It is. So your score with 6:45 left to go in the ball game, 43-16, Regina leads. Again, your sponsors, OBGYN Associates and Radiance Medical Spa. As a well-known supporter of Regina, Dr. Diane Adam is proud to sponsor the RegalCast. Stop by her office in Coralville for a free consultation. The Jill Armstrong Realty Team would like to say they're proud to sponsor Regina and this RegalCast. The Jill Armstrong team would like to treat you and your family, making your priorities theirs. J&S Express is now your new BP station selling BP products. J&S Express is conveniently located right across from Regina, so you can stop in before or after the game. Towncrest Pharmacy cares more about your care. Located in Iowa City and Solon, Towncrest Pharmacy is proud to support the broadcast. Best of luck to the girls and boys this season. Hertine & Stockers Jewelers has been your jewelry store since 1947. They can help you find that special ring for that special moment. Located in the Ped Mall in downtown Iowa City. Sinclair, heading out of the town for the big Regina game. Don't forget to gas up and get some great road trip snacks at Sinclair in Iowa City. Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning is proud to sponsor the athletes, Regal Nation, and this RegalCast. For quality that exceeds their customers' expectations, contact Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning. Midtown Family Restaurant offers a family atmosphere and the best food around. Whether it's a big or small party, Midtown Family Restaurant can accommodate your next party. And again, we're kicking off from the Regal 45. Did we have another penalty? Okay. Another penalty, apparently. So Zepeda will kick it deep into the end zone. It will be a touchback for Regina.
And with that, we thank the Indian Cast and their sponsors, State Bank of Wapello, Moore Plumbing and HVAC in Wapello, Community Bank in Wapello, Ernest Insurance Agency, the Wapello Athletic Booster Club, Loiza Communications, Julie Rossiter Realty and Associates of Wapello, and the Wapello Nursing and Rehab Center.
So Regina will come out. Going to have Cook will be back out there, quarterback. 6:45 left to go. 43-16. Regina leads this ball game. Looks like you pretty much have the same starting offense out there for the Regals so far. They'll spend 2 receivers out to the right, 2 receivers out to the left. Might have a new backfield. I don't think that's Coley back there. I can't tell from here. It's not. They're going to hand it off. It might be Danny Gavin. It is. Gavin butts up the middle for a good gain of about 6 yards.
Yeah, nice run by Danny. You know, in that North Cedar game, he ran up kind of high. I know that was something they worked on in practice over the course of the week, of staying low. He did a nice job of wrapping the ball around his belly with 2 hands and staying low. That's the best part about film. You find those corrections and you make them. Good to see the sophomore.
So 2nd down and 4. 6:17 left to go. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Gavin to the left-hand side of Cook, shotgun formation. 4-3 defense still here by Wapello. Again, they're going to hand it to Danny Gavin. Gavin gets met right after he takes the handoff. It's going to be for no gain, 3rd down.
And a score out of 4A Central Iowa. Southeast Polk 34, Valley 7. And yes, indeed, Dan, we were right. Lisbon Lions. And, of course, our good friend Dan Russin from down the street told us we were right.
Fort Dodge leading Marshalltown 35-28 in the 4th as well. West Branch 43, Wilton 8, a final. 2 receivers right, 2 left for Regina. Gavin in the backfield. Got a timeout by Wapello here. 5:34 left to go. Regina leads 43-16. Finishing up the RegalCast sponsors, North Dodge Express is your stop for snacks before or after the big game. North Dodge Express is proud to support the RegalCast. Beaver Heating and Air reminds you to leave it to Beaver. When you're in need of heating and air, call Beaver Heating and Air for your next project. The Regina Athletic Boosters invite you to become a member of the team. Contact Sean Beard and get involved in supporting Regina Athletics. J.J. Nichting is the preferred farm equipment dealership in the tri-state area. They offer experience, service, part inventory, and long-term commitment. See them in West Liberty, Tipton, Pilot Grove, Mount Pleasant, and Sigourney. And Iowa City Brake handles more than just brakes. Need your oil changed? How about a mechanical or electrical problem fixed? Iowa City Brake can diagnose your automobile and get it on the road running like a Regal. So Turkey Valley beats Northwood tonight, 60-50. Another score you don't see in football very often.
No, you don't see something that high. I know West Branch beat up on Wilton something.
43-8.
Yeah, that was.
Iowa Falls is leading Hampton 26-14 in the 3rd. 2 receivers right and left for Regina. High snap handled by Ashton Cook. He'll take it. He'll get the pass out to Levi Quinlan out across the 35-yard line. That'll be a 1st down for the Regina Regals with the clock ticking at 5:26.
Yeah, they continue to go down the field. I don't know. Maybe we won't see that.
Here comes some linemen.
There we go.
We got Adam Connell coming in, Drew Demery coming in, Jackson Mills coming in. Who's number 52? Drew Streb, the freshman, getting some action tonight as well. Jack Tierney now coming in. Trent Gerard coming in. Gabe Graff coming in. Carter Rios coming in to play some receiver. So a whole new hockey line change there after the 1st down.
That's about the best analogy you could give. 2
receivers right, 2 out to the left. Tierney in the backfield at shotgun. He'll take the snap. He's going to hand it to Danny Gavin. Gavin finds a nice little seam cutback right there. He was going off right guard, cut it back to the left-hand side, cut up the middle of the field, and gained about 8-9 yards.
Yeah, Gavin had a nice run there. You know, his dad, Mike Gavin, was an all-stater at City High back in the 90s, and I give Mike a hard time. Danny's got a lot of upside, especially as a sophomore getting these varsity minutes. That's terrific.
So they gave him only about 7 yards on the carry. So 2nd down and 3, clock ticking, 4:27 left to go. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Again, Gavin in the backfield with Jack Tierney, your now Regal quarterback. He looks over the defense. He'll take the snap. He's going to hand it to Gavin once again. Gavin trying to fight straight up, gets hit at the line of scrimmage, but falls forward for about 1 or 2 yards. So it'll be 3rd down and short here for Regina.
Yeah, a lot of these linemen that are on here played against North Cedar on Monday, and they beat them 30-0.
Oh, in the JV game?
They did.
Very nice.
Yeah. So there was, I think it was 92-0 overall, I think.
So 2 receivers right, 2 left. Again, Danny Gavin in the backfield. 3rd down, 1 here for Regina. Regina's still in shotgun formation. Backers sneaking up here, looking to maybe put some pressure up the middle to make sure Regina doesn't run it up the gut. Jack waiting for the clock to tick down. He'll take the snap. He hands it to Gavin. Gavin tries to bounce out to the right-hand side, and it's going to lose about 3 yards on the carry. It'll be 4th down for Regina.
Yeah, look for a punt here. See if we can maybe have a backup punter.
I don't know if we have a backup punter. Maybe Evan Lucina would be the backup punter. He's I know a backup kicker. I've only seen Denninger doing the punting so far this year.
Yeah.
But we're going to go ahead and keep the offense out there and go for it, I guess.
Or
maybe Tierney will
I
pooch
think
punt.
Tierney's going to pooch it.
That's kind of what it looks like.
Yeah.
4th down and 4 here for Regina. 2:50 left to go. Clock ticking. High snap. Tierney will pooch it.
Oh, nice.
Pretty decent little pooch punt. Kind of towards the sideline, though, so it depends on where they mark it. Well, they didn't give him much yardage. They marked it out at the Wapello 44-yard line, so it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Indians.
Wow. St. Ansgar 54, West Fork 21 late in the game. Carter Sauls has 5 rushing touchdowns. And in Central Iowa, Dowling has defeated their opponent 37-34. Wow, Dowling came back to win that game.
Wow. Gentry Dumont, the freshman, now getting some time at safety for the Regals. Parsons will bring Indians back out with 2:40 left to go on the clock. They'll send 1 receiver right, 1 left. Ball in the far hash mark. McConaughey behind Parsons. They'll hand it to McConaughey. He'll go off right tackle. He'll get 4, maybe 5 yards on the carry before he's brought down by Jackson Hamilton.
6-yard gain, 2nd down.
2nd down 5 here for the Indians. 2:25 left to go. Regina leads 43-16. So it'll be a victory here for the Regals tonight. They'll move on and take on Lisbon here at home next week. The Wapello Indians will travel to Columbus, who I believe is probably victorious over Highland tonight. Going to hand it off again to McConaughey. Got some room over the right side, and he'll get down to about the 36-yard line. Actually, that was Caleb Ely on the carry, the 1st down carry for the Indians.
Tackled by 54. Who's 54?
That's Adam Connell.
Yeah, okay.
So 1st down and 10 for the Indians. Ball down to the Regina 37-yard line. Clock ticking at 1:54 left to go. McConaughey now back in behind Parsons. 2 receivers left, no receivers out to the right. They spin it back to McConaughey. McConaughey gets tackled from the backside. Good shoestring tackle right there by number 14, Carter Rios.
Yeah, good to see Carter in there.
2nd down and 8 for Wapello. Clock ticking at 1:28 left to go in the ball game. They send trips out to the left-hand side. They've got Ely in the backfield, left side of Parsons, shotgun formation now. They'll hand it to Ely. Ely off the right-hand side. Got some room. He breaks free. He stiff arms one guy and gets brought down inside the 15-yard line of Regina. That'll stop the clock as they move the chains.
Yeah, that was Seth Lenz. Seth Lenz got a little bit of stiff arm there.
Yeah, he got stiff arm pretty hard there. Seth, not a very big guy, but we have some flag on the field again, some laundry out there.
Yeah.
Guess who threw it? The umpire.
Our Wapello friends I know are listening in to this, and they've got to be thinking, goodness gracious, how many penalties is that?
I have never seen an umpire throw this many flags in a game.
No, and you know, we go to review this film tonight. I mean, it's dozens.
So, and again, they're huddling. I'm not sure what they're calling here. They called a hold against the Indians. So it's going to back up a nice run by Ely right there.
Why?
At this point, yeah, why?
Why are you doing that? Goodness gracious.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they're
still got a minute 12 to go in a 43-16 game. I don't think I've seen that very often.
1:12 left to go, 43-16. Regina leads this ball game. That will back Wapello up, and it'll be 2nd down and 2. Ball now at the Regina 28-yard line. 1 receiver right, 1 left. McConaughey now behind Parsons. They'll turn and pitch it out to McConaughey, right-hand side. He gets the edge. He's get down to about the 15 and steps inside the 15-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds with 49.3 seconds left.
Yeah, you know, Wapello is going to hold their own the rest of the district play. I mean, it's going to be competitive. It's going to be, an opportunity to make a big dent. Now, this will help Regina in district play, obviously, because I think Wapello is one of the better teams.
Yeah, they're a good football team. Ely with the carry. He goes straight up the middle. He's brought down by Jackson Mills and number 43, Carson Irving for the Regals.
Nice tackle by Irving right there. Now, good aggressiveness right there.
Clock ticking down, 35 seconds, second down and 9. Ball at the Regina 11-yard line. Parsons brings the play into the huddle.
Jackson Mills is in on the tackle.
They sent trips out to the left-hand side. Ely again in the backfield with Parsons.
20 seconds left to go.
They're going to hand it to Ely trying to left side. No, Parsons keeps it himself this time for the first time tonight. He bowls inside the 5-yard line. That'll be a first down or close to it. Or did they just call a timeout?
What are we on the 1-yard line?
Another penalty flag.
No way.
Yeah, there's a flag laying down there by the Regina guys.
I wonder if he's just marking something. Tell me it's not a penalty.
It was thrown by the back judge this time.
I mean, you got 12 seconds left to go in this football game.
They're going to call face mask against Regina.
Good.
So okay, half the distance to the goal. That'll set first and goal here for Wapello. Clock is running, though. They've already set it.
Last play.
And the last play of the game, it look like they're going to try to run it in. Does he get in? No. They call him down short, and that'll end the ball game.
Game's over. 43-16.
Final score, 43-16.
Regina 43, Wapello 16. Regals moved to 3-1, 2-0 in district play, and a big showdown next Friday night here against Lisbon.
So your final tonight from Iowa City, Regina, 43-16. The Regals really came out in the first half, set the tone. A couple big turnovers turned into points from Wapello right there. And then they just kind of shut down the Wapello running game there for a while, and just came out with a big victory.
Well, how about the play of Theo Coley? I mean, 4 touchdowns against North Cedar. You really couldn't get an arm around him. But, Wapello is a quality opponent, and again, 4 touchdowns tonight. So clearly he's going to be making a mark for himself.